And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the grand conclusion of our Night of the Zealot campaign. Yes, it's Zealot, not Zealot. I've been definitely corrected on that. So yeah, thank you very much for joining in. And if you can hear and see me, please let me know in the chat if everything is working okay. And yeah, we are all here. We are all gathered. We've done parts 1 and part 2. If you haven't watched those videos, then I would recommend not watching this and going back and watching the other ones first to give you a bit of a recap. I'm going to switch over to the top-down camera now so you won't see us anymore. Bye. There you go. This is us. Now, why isn't the chat working? It's done this before. Chat viewer, settings. Oh, right, it's done it again. Yeah, it keeps losing the settings this week. I don't know why. So bear with us a minute. That's not right. Good job this isn't a commissioned one, isn't it? Otherwise this is a bit embarrassing. What do you mean it's the wrong password? There we go. That one. Yes. Allow it to do stuff. And there we go. Right. So Rick says I'm a bit quiet. I'll tell you why. I've probably not turned all of the microphones on. No, I haven't. There we go. I was coming out of your microphone. Right. There we go. Right. All of the microphones are now on. I was on microphone number 3, and it was microphone number 4 that was picking me up. So the chat is a bit small. Let's make the chat a bit bigger. And yeah, there we go. I think that's working. Let's have that there. Right, okay, so yeah, hopefully everybody can hear me, see me, and everything's okay, and hopefully the audio is a bit better. So, quick recap on where we were. We are currently playing tonight scenario 3 of, what's it called? Night of the Zealot. We've done parts 1 and part 2. This is the campaign that comes with the core set. So if you buy the core set of the game, it comes with a 3-part campaign. We're doing part 3 tonight, and unlike other legacy games, we do not keep our characters at the end of this. Okay, so this is it. We do not keep our characters after this. One way or the other, the campaign is going to end, and it can end in a variety of different ways, and we will find out tonight what's going on. Death or glory. Yeah, so in part 1, we were all at Andy's house, or sorry, Agnes's house. There was lots of ghouls. There was a ghoul priest who we managed to defeat. Strange woman appeared, and we ran out of the house. We survived, and we burnt the house down. Then in part 2, which was the Midnight Masks, we were wandering around Dunwich.
Doing very little.
Yeah, doing very little. Trying to find cultists. There were 6 cultists and we managed to find 2 of them. And then we decided to call it quits and we managed to get out before midnight. So yeah, we ended that scenario early and we found 2 of the cultists. And we now go through to part 3. Carl's here, audio's all good. Scott and Scott are here. Fantastic. And now you all know half of Paul's password. Yes. Brilliant. Yeah, my password is do. Right, okay. So, part 3. Let's read the introduction, which is here. Right. After a frantic nighttime search throughout Arkham. Oh, it's not Dunwich, is it? It's Arkham. Yeah, Dunwich is the next one. Right. You have tracked down and questioned several members of the cult, too. Your findings are disturbing. They claim to worship a being known as Umordhoth, a monstrous entity from another realm. You are able to confirm much of Lita's story. The cult is agitated over the destruction of a ghoul lair. However, a surprising detail also turns up. The one who invaded the lair and set this night's event in motion was none other than Lita Chandler herself. You're not sure why this important detail was omitted from Lita's story. Did she tell you only as much as was necessary to draw you into her conflict? But in another light, she seems to be fighting to protect the city of Arkham from a terrible menace. The final piece of the puzzle was found written in a journal possessed by one of the cultists. It describes a dark ritual to be performed deep within the woods south of Arkham this very night. According to the journal, the ritual's completion will open a gate and bring forth the cult's dark master into this world. If the cult is not stopped, Lita warns, there is a possibility that Umordhoth's vengeance will consume all in its path. Frightened but determined to stop the ritual, you head into the woods. Right, so I've already created the encounter deck, which is here. We have the main path in play, which is that one. I'll just read the flavour text. Hangman's Brook separates Uptown from the woods south of Arkham. Passing over the small bridge, you follow the main path deeper into the forest. And then we flip it over. And what we do is we take the 6 copies. Emily, would you mind doing the honours? There are 6 copies there of Arkham Woods. They're all different, but we don't look at the other side. So remove 2 at random. Okay, they are not in the game. So they are the 2 we're not using. And the other 4 just go around here. Now, for anybody watching last time, you'll notice that I had nice little silver arrows. I've lost them. So we've got little bits of wood. Where have I put them? Have I lost the little bits of wood as well? No, they're here. Right, so these are the connection arrows between the different locations. These do not come with the game, but they can be very useful. Less so, I guess, in this scenario. But the main path is connected to all other woods locations, and these are all woods. So we can go from there to anywhere. And there is a resign ability on this card. Okay, so if we... Do you have to be here to do that? There you go. First question in the chat. Do you have to be on this location to do the resign ability? I can't remember. And it would be quicker for somebody to answer in the chat than it would be to actually look it up. Right, I've not done my deck preparation yet. The other thing that we need to do at the start of this scenario is 2 things. There are a couple of cards set aside. I know what they are, but I'm going to keep them secret to avoid spoilers. There are 4 possible, you know the elder ones, the elder gods,
Yep.
right? It's one of 4 that we're going to be, the cultists are all working for one of them, and it's either the agents of Yog-Sothoth, the agents of Shub-Niggurath, agents of Cthulhu, or agents of Hastur. So what we do is we actually take the 4 decks, and it's one of them. So every time you play this scenario, there are some slightly different cards in there. Now, did anybody see what they were? Right, Alan, do you want to pick one?
I do.
Because we don't see what it is.
Let's go for this one.
Okay, so that gets shuffled in there, and these are not in the game. So you're supposed to choose at random, but I guess if you're playing the scenario again, you might deliberately want to choose a different one just so it's different. Without looking at the chosen encounter set, shuffle it into the remaining encounter cards, remove the other 3 encounter sets from the game. We add a tentacle chaos token to the bag. Now that's bad, right? But that goes in the bag.
I look forward to seeing that a lot.
That is a bad one. Because we're playing on the easy setting, that is a -5.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah.
What is it on the hard setting?
-7.
Oh.
And, so it's -5, and if there is an Ancient One enemy in play, you reveal another token as well.
Blimey.
Right, so yeah, the tentacle is really bad. Check the number. Oh, you start with a mental trauma, don't you?
Yes, I do.
You two
As
both
do
start with a
I,
mental
yes.
trauma. There you go.
Thank you.
Right, check the number of names recorded under the cultists who got away in your campaign log. 4. 4 cultists got away. So we placed 2 Doom on Agenda 1A. Where's the Doom counters? Can you pass me the Doom counters? Scott says correct. See, I can't even read that now. The resign action is an action on that location. Thank you very much. We got both Scots helping us out. So because 4 cultists got away, that starts with 2 Doom on it, and it only needs 4 Doom to advance.
Oh, dear.
The Ghoul Priest is not alive, which is good, otherwise he'd be shuffled into there. And if it is not past midnight, if it was past midnight, we would each discard 2 random cards from our hand at the start.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you want to draw your starting hands and mulligan if you want to,
Yep,
and Andy's already ahead. Elder Thing, not a tentacle, it's an Elder Thing. Oh yeah, the tentacle is the auto fail.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
It just looks like a tentacle.
It just looks a bit like, it's kind of like a heart, isn't it?
Yeah, like a...
Right, how are we going to do this? Character there, deck there. Right, what have we got? And remember, if you draw a weakness in your initial 5 cards, you just put it to one side. So I'm going to keep that, I'm going to keep that.
I got rid of all mine.
You got rid of all of them?
And I got 5 other rebels back. It's awful.
I'm going to keep these. Yeah, I'm going to keep these cards. So there we go. David Ellis says, might have to get your own copy of this. Oh, you might have to get your copy out. Yeah, You've got it, you just haven't got. Right, so I think we're ready to start. Time to read Agenda 1A, the Arkham Woods. From interrogating members of the conspiracy within Arkham, you have learned that they are performing a rite of vengeance in response to the destruction of one of their master's lairs. You have entered the woods outside Arkham to try and stop them. The woods seem unnaturally cold and filled with a deathly silence. Foredoom, and that will advance, and there's already 2 on there. Okay, Act 1A, Investigating the Trail. The evidence you've gathered has led you to the woods south of Arkham, where you believe a ritual to summon a being called Ordhoth is about to take place. Stealing your resolve, you set forth deeper into the woods, hoping to find the site of this ritual. We need 12 clues to advance. 3 per player. And there isn't an objective on here, which means on anybody's turn, if we have 12 clues between us, we just advance. It doesn't cost an action. We don't have to be at a certain location. It just happens. Right, so I need 5 resources. And we are ready, I believe, to start. If everybody's mulliganed, you all ready in the chat? Okay, let's give it a go. So, we're all here. The only thing we can do here is resign. There are no clues here. So it is just a case of moving out. But those people who've drawn weapons might want to tool up before they head out into the woods, because who knows what we're going to find. I don't have any weapons. I do have a flashlight.
Yeah, I've got a flashlight.
I've got a
as well.
spell to evade things, so if
Okay.
I get in trouble, I can use that.
Yeah, I mean, I've got my pickpocketing this time, which is really good for me evading enemies. So, I mean, I'm happy to go first, and I'll just go off. I'll go off a wandering and see what happens. But I am going to play my pickpocketing first, so that if I come across something and evade it. Do I want to play anything else? Yeah, I'm actually going to play my Dig Deep. Now, this is the improved Dig Deep that comes from the Return of the Knight of the Zealot set, but it did cost me 2 XP. So I've played that as well. Zealot. Thank you. I will keep saying that. So I'm not going to play my flashlight now. No, I'm not going to play it just yet. And I'm going to move to this one because it's the nearest one to me. So first action was play pickpocketing. Oh no, in fact, if I do that, I've only got 3 actions, haven't I?
Yeah.
I forgot I've got limited actions. I've been playing too much of the Marvel game where you've got unlimited things to do. So I've played that. In which case, I'll just play my flashlight. There you go. I've just had a setup turn.
Yeah, I think I'll probably do the same.
And that is me done.
Cool.
Okay, who wants to go next?
I mean, my plan is a setup turn.
Well, do you want to do a setup turn as well?
Yeah,
Have we all got capacity to do a setup turn?
If I draw some cards, yes.
Okay.
I mean, if you guys want to move, I could always wait till last, and then, if get in trouble, I can move in.
Do you have a weapon?
No, I've got some dynamite.
Okay.
Get that out nice and early.
Counts as a weapon, I
Yeah.
guess.
No, I've got a sidekick guy, an ally, a first aid kit, but no weapon.
I think maybe have a setup turn.
Yeah.
So everybody just do their own thing, play whatever they want to do.
I'll go for.
Yeah, we can all do this simultaneously.
I'll draw a card.
Flashlight.
Yeah, I'll draw another card. And then I'll play that one.
Draw
Dig
a
deep.
card.
The basic version? Yeah, because I stole the improved one. So you drew 2 cards and played Dig Deep.
Yep.
Emily, you've played your flashlight,
Drawn 2
drawn a
cards.
couple of cards, and you've got the Beat Cop.
I've got the beat cop, the first aid. I also played emergency cash.
Yep.
To gain 3 extra resources, and then I've got 1 turn left, which I will probably just.
Well, that was an action.
Yeah.
That's an action.
Yeah,
And
that's an action.
Yeah, so that's it.
Of course, it's 3.
It's
isn't
3,
it?
isn't
Why
it?
was I thinking it was 4? Yeah.
Where are the reference sheets? There's 1 there. Yeah. And you've got 1 there.
And I've got
Right.
1
It
there.
is 3, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's just me being stupid. I've been playing this wrong all the time.
Yeah. Well, the last time I played the rogue who got Leo De Luca, which gives you an extra action per turn. So yeah, I'm used to having 4. Right, so we're all done.
Yeah.
So now we go to the enemy phase. Nothing happens in the enemy phase, and then we go to the upkeep phase. I'm gonna have to take your lead on it because I don't know where my reference card is.
You
sure?
Yeah.
Here we go. Yep, upkeep phase. So reset action. So we all stand up again. I'm the only one who fell down. 1 card and 1 resource. And then check your hand size. And there you go. Shall we just all resign now and run away? 'Cause it is an option. So now we go to round 2. At this point, we place 1 doom on the agenda. Advance the agenda if it's got 4 on it, which it doesn't. And then each investigator draws a card. Now, Andy's the lead investigator. So you get to go first.
Wizard of the Order.
So it spawns at any empty location.
Okay. I think it can spawn with us. It'll be more fun that way. Oh,
It's
not
not
empty.
empty.
Is it? No,
Yeah.
Empty of a monster, I was thinking. Let's go here.
Okay. And it retaliates, and at the end of the mythos phase, it gets a doom on it. Right, okay.
Which is the mythos phase?
The one we're in at the
One
moment.
we're in.
Yeah.
It's not good.
I have drawn grabby hands, or grasping hands. So I have to test agility, because there's some ghouls hiding behind a tree. Thankfully, my agility is 4. I don't think I want to boost it, because I have a card that will protect me. And it is just damage. So if I can have the bag, thank you very much. So I'm currently 4 versus 3. And we've drawn +1. Wow. There's only 2 of them in there.
Excellent.
So yeah, that's okay. I'm all right, Jack. No damage there.
Right. What do I get?
It's quite nice because I've got the window open and you can hear the rain outside. It's quite atmospheric.
Mysterious chanting.
Uh-oh.
Place 2 doom on the nearest cultist enemy. Is that a cultist?
That is a cultist.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Bop,
Need
bop.
to go and take that out.
Does
then,
it
don't we?
cause the agenda
if
to
there are no
advance?
cultist enemies in play, search encounter deck, discard. Didn't we say last time that it only, because aren't we technically
We've
past
already,
the
yeah,
stage
exactly.
where it
That's what I'm
advances?
saying. If that doesn't say that the agenda advances
It
and we
doesn't.
kill it,
it's fine?
that 2 doom is
I think that's the case then. I
yeah.
can't
So
see
we need
where it
to go and
says-
sort that out.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's alright. Oh, a curse.
Although it's going to advance next turn anyway.
Yeah.
Fine.
Actually, yeah, there's
When you
no.
fail by, you must either
How many doom is it? How many is the next
discard
one?
a card or take 1 damage and 1 harm.
What you got?
I've got to test into the head. That's
Willpower.
willpower.
I can back that
Oh
up
God.
if you would
Carl says
like.
it's raining in Florida as well. Cool. Might be raining everywhere in the world right now. But yeah, as you say, I don't think we need to kill this.
No.
Because next turn, 1's going to go on there and it's going to advance anyway. And
Although
when an
we-
agenda advances, all doom clears.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So, yeah, we
I
don't
can
need to
play a
bother.
card
Does that include doom from any spell that I might?
towards it.
I believe so. I believe when an agenda advances, all doom in play is removed.
So
So
I've
if I get
got
that one in
4
play next turn,
and it's
Yeah.
a 5.
doom
Do
will
you want
take
me
it
to
out.
boost it at all? Or?
I don't know.
We can all boost it. What's the downside if you fail?
Yeah.
So I've got to either discard a card or take a damage on a horror. I can always just discard a card.
Okay,
Because
yeah,
they're
yeah,
rubbish.
that's-
Probably not worth someone spending a card to save you discarding a card.
No.
The tablet. What does
Ooh,
that mean
what's the tablet?
today?
We didn't look at that beforehand, did we?
The tablet is -3. If there's a monster enemy at your location, take a damage.
There isn't.
But there isn't.
There
so
isn't
that's
any
all right.
monsters.
I'll just get rid of a card.
If an agenda is advancing, remove all doom from each card in play.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, so that arcane... What is it?
Arcane Initiate.
That's the one. Right.
That's it.
So that gets a doom on it, because it's the end of the mythos phase.
Oh yeah.
And then it's the investigation phase. So we're going to do something this turn. But as you say, we don't need to worry about this. This is irrelevant.
Or does it not move along the?
Not now.
The
We've
end
we've
of
already
the-
passed that point.
But the next
Yeah,
time.
that's-
Yeah, but
the
one's going to
first
go
thing.
on anyway, and 4
Oh,
is
I
enough
see.
to advance it. So
Oh,
yeah, the
yeah.
fact that there's 3 on here
Doesn't really
doesn't
matter, no.
make any difference to us at all.
Unless they count for the next.
No, because as soon as this advances, everything clears.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so we're okay.
That's alright.
But I mean, do we want to go and kill it anyway? Because if we don't kill it, it's going to get another 1 on, which is going to cause the next one to advance.
And we'll be 2 spaces away rather than 1 at that
Yeah,
point.
so
if
it
we go
does have 2
somewhere else.
health, if you've got a gun that does +1 damage or a knife or something like that. Has anybody got a weapon yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
I could kill it by dodging.
Yeah, I mean its evade value is 2, so I could go there, evade it, and pickpocket it, but yeah, I don't know. What should we do? Where should we go? And who's going to go first?
Well, I might hang back for a bit.
Okay.
See what you guys want to do first.
Shall I go there and evade this then?
Yeah.
I mean, it's an action to evade it, but then it's not doing anything. It won't attack anybody then, so other people can come here and start beating it up.
Yeah.
Although it does have retaliate, which means if you fail.
Even if you've evaded it and it's.
No. If you've evaded it, it's exhausted.
It's exhausted,
It doesn't.
okay.
It doesn't do it then.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can deal damage to something I evade with me blinding light spell, but I don't know if we should save that until we need it, or whether I should
Possibly.
jump in and kill earlier.
Yeah. Each time an investigator fails a skill test while attacking a ready enemy with the retaliate keyword. So yeah, if it's exhausted, it's not going to get it.
Okay.
But that means other people can then go in and beat it up.
Yeah.
Safety. So
Yeah.
I'll go first.
I think that's a good plan.
I'll move to here as my first action, which means we reveal this card. Remember, these are 4 out of the 6 chosen at random. It is the Quiet Glade. There's no clues here, which isn't great.
No.
But the action here is to heal 1 damage or heal 1 horror, limit once per turn. Okay, so you basically sit down and have a rest.
Right.
But unfortunately, there's no clues here.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So this now engages with me. There you go. That is my personal Wizard of the Order. And then as my second action, I'm going to try and evade it. So I'm 4 versus 2. Now +2 has traditionally been okay. However, the skull is -X, where X is the number of monsters. So that's 0. The cultist is -2, which is okay. The tablet is -3. And the elder thing is -5. So I don't think I'm going to boost it. I think I'm just going to go for it.
You've still got your special as well.
I've still got my special, and I've got lucky in hand as well. So +2, and I've drawn. Oh, it's my special one.
Nice.
0. Right. So I've evaded it, which means it goes back to the location exhausted. I can exhaust pickpocketing to draw a card because I've nicked something out of its pocket. Ooh. And I've got 1 action left.
Yeah. Yes, you
Draw
have.
the card.
I could just draw another card because I can't investigate or anything like that.
I mean,
Run away.
I tell you what,
to move out.
I
Yeah, I
could
was
play
gonna-
my knife
yeah.
because now it's exhausted.
ready for next turn, and then you can take it out in 1 hit. Maybe.
Although I am absolutely rubbish.
Attack.
If I was building a deck, I wouldn't put this card
No.
in it because my fight is 1.
I suppose the other thing is, are we actually going to kill it, or
It doesn't
Are we
move
gonna
from there,
move?
does it? It's not a
It
hunter.
doesn't have
But
hunter.
It will
No, but it will
accumulate
accumulate
tokens
things.
again next
Yeah.
time.
But I think, yeah, you might be right. Should we just leave it?
Yeah, leave it for
Because
now.
this location isn't very good. Okay,
No.
so I'll use
Get
my
it,
last
get
action
it,
to
yeah.
move back there, and that is me done. Right, who wants to go next? I just popped there,
I'll go next then.
went, look an elephant,
yeah.
hid from him, stole something out of his pocket, and then ran away.
Ran
He's
away
like,
again.
where did he
Yeah.
go?
I will play my Arcane Initiate,
Mm-hmm.
which enters play with a Doom,
Doom.
and I will do the fast action,
Yep.
exhausting it, to search the top 3 cards of my deck for a spell. And I found one. I'll shuffle those in a minute. Okay, for my second action, am I purple?
You are purple, yes.
Yeah, let's go exploring. We need
Okay.
to find out
So-
what's going on here.
This is the old house. So there are 4 clues here. 3, 4. There is 2 shroud value. However, this location is investigated using willpower instead of the skill indicated by the investigation attempt. Why does it say that? Why does it say willpower instead of the skill Oh, because you might have a card that investigates with a different skill.
Well, that sounds good to me.
That's perfect for you because your willpower is 5.
I think I shall do some investigating.
Okay, so your third and final action of the turn. You're investigating your 5 versus 2.
Yep.
So you're at a default a net +3 at the moment. 0. There you go. Have a clue.
Right, now I've got to shuffle these.
And you are done. Right, who's going next? Either of you two got good willpower?
I've
only
got
got
three,
three.
and I've got some cards to back it up.
Is it
Or
worth
a
just
card.
leaving
That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
I'll stay there. And
leaving
you
Agnes
do
here
those.
to pick
just
up?
Clear it
Yeah,
up next turn.
hunt around the old house for clues.
Yeah. Shall I take a turn then? And
So we need 12 clues to advance. Okay,
yeah,
that has no clues on it.
yeah.
So those two must have 4 clues each, otherwise the
You
game's
hope.
broken.
Yeah.
There must just be one card in that 6 that has no clues, because if there was
Yeah.
2,
Then
then yeah, the game wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So, where do you want to go?
I might come this way,
Okay,
and I'm blue.
northwest. This is Twisting Paths. There are 4 clues there. Surprise, surprise.
Mhm.
The shroud value is 3, and there is a force effect. So whenever you move out of this location, you have to test intellect with a difficulty of 3, and if you fail, you don't move.
Ah,
So basically, yeah, it's twisting paths. You might get lost.
right.
So that was your first action.
It was. Yeah. I could try for a clue, but I've not really got. It would be 3 on 3, and I've got nothing to
Maybe-
boost it with.
Maybe hunt for a weapon.
I think that's probably the best bet.
Yeah.
So second turn, I will draw. Oh, wow. Draw a guard dog.
So Scott is saying, with the wizard alive, you're effectively halving the number of turns it takes to advance the agenda. Yes. Yeah. We know.
I reckon I'll just draw a second one.
Okay.
I'm a little bit worried because I have to discard my cards if my weakness.
Oh, if you
comes
draw
up,
your
but
amnesia, yeah.
I think it's my only option. A knife.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Something
So
better.
you're done. And then finally, Daisy.
Well, shall I jump in here and start investigating?
Sounds good.
I think so.
So you move here.
Move here. I'm going to play that one for 2, my encyclopedia.
Yep. And you can use that
And
once per
then-
turn for free, can't you?
I can as my
Yeah.
extra ability. And then the bag, please.
Are you investigating normally, or are you using your
I'll
flashlight?
just- I'll use the flashlight.
Do you need to use the
Why?
flashlight? What are you at? Are you
I'm
5?
at 5.
Yeah, it's up to you.
So
5 versus 3 is
5
plus
versus
2,
3.
which is pretty good.
Oh, we'll try it.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. Have a clue. Yeah, I mean, we don't know. Because you two have not played this scenario before,
Mhm.
I don't want to give any spoilers.
No.
You're saving your flashlight because there might be harder
Okay.
places. This might have a shroud value of
Well,
like
yeah.
5 or something.
Yeah.
So,
And we've got to get it because there's only.
yeah, we need to get,
only
yeah.
12 clues. So. Have you got one more turn left?
You've got your free
No.
action with your
Oh yes.
encyclopedia.
It's I can choose an investigator at my location, and they get a +2 at the skill of my choice until the end of the phase.
Okay.
So
there's-
it can't be used this time.
well, it could.
This time?
But for very
Yeah,
little.
so what you could have done is you could have used that. Oh, but it's an action to use it. Oh, no, but it's free for you. Yeah, so what you
Yeah.
could have done before you did that
Mm.
is exhausted that, chosen investigate, and you've
Yeah.
got +2.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I'll do it next time.
right, I think we're done. Enemy phase. So it doesn't have hunter, so it doesn't move. And then everything readies. So everybody stands up. And we all get a card and a resource. And then we discard down to 8 cards, if we have 8 cards. Right, round 3. 1 doom on here. The agenda advances, so all doom disappears. There's 8 doom in the game. It's all gone. Right, so this advances. Throughout the woods, a shrieking cry echoes. From somewhere deeper in the forest, a score of hideous voices answer the call, inhuman as the baying of hounds and yet articulate, repeating a singular name. Umordhoth, Umordhoth, Umordhoth. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. If you could do that, Alan.
Certainly can.
And then discard cards from the top of the deck until a monster enemy is discarded. Spawn that enemy at the main path and then place 1 doom on that enemy. which means it will engage with me.
So I draw until we reveal
Discarding
a monster.
cards until you get a monster. Not a monster? Nope.
Monster.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that a
Oh,
monster?
doom
It is a
in-
monster.
Yes.
So that spawns at the main path, engages with me, and gets a doom on it. It's fine. Yeah, it'll be all right. Okay. And now we read Agenda 2A. The ritual begins. Mordhoth, Mordhoth, Mordhoth. The chanting builds in intensity, echoing into the cold air of the night. The sparse clouds in the sky coalesce above the Arkham woods, blotting out the faint light of the stars. Each enemy gets +1 fight and +1 evade.
Ooh.
Okay, everything is tougher. 5 doom and that will advance. So yeah, what Scott was saying, maybe we do want to get rid of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometime in the next couple of times.
Okay, right, so let's have some bad cards.
Mordhoth's Wrath, Curse, Revelation, Test Willpower. For each point you fail by, choose and discard a card or take a damage on a horror.
You're drawing the right cards for you again, aren't you?
Yeah, I think I probably will boost myself on this a little bit.
Right, Fog Mike has just mentioned something very important that I'd forgotten. Some of these locations are connected to one another. So they've each, so right, so we need to check. So that one isn't connected to this one,
That one is connected to that one.
is it? It is, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Do we have enough bridge tokens?
Yeah. And is that one connected to that one?
Yes.
Yeah, so those two are connected together. There we go. Thank you very much. And what about over here? No.
No.
Don't think so.
Okay, so that is connected to something else. Other cards that are not in play. Thank you very much, Fog Mike. I hadn't realised that. But there we go. Right. Meanwhile,
Yes.
Mordhoth's
let's
Wrath,
Ditch. I'll use some unexpected courage.
putting you at a net +2.
Yep. Let's take my chances on +2.
Yeah. It's not the end of the world if you fail.
Yay!
-2. So yeah, +2, -2. You've passed successfully. So that can go into the discard pile. And then it's my card. And I have drawn, it's another ghoul minion. Well, I was all right.
Yeah. I've been doing a bit of dodging.
I'll just keep running away from them. It's fine.
An acolyte.
So that spawns with you.
It does. Oh, I need to move these down a little bit.
Suddenly looks like we've got a lot of fighting to do.
Yeah,
It's alright, that lets me get a clue when I kill him, so.
that's true. Is that the you win the game card?
No.
I sneaked one in while you were
It's
looking.
a peril one.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Emily has to make a decision without consulting the rest of us.
oh, sorry, this has got a spawn, empty location.
Oh, right, doesn't spawn
So
with
it
you.
doesn't spawn with me.
Well, there's only one empty location.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll spawn.
What happens if there wasn't an empty location? I think we then choose.
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
Done the right thing and taken 2 horror.
You've taken 2 horror, have you? Taken 1 for the team. Good. Right, so we're done with that. At the end of the mythos phase, we get a doom on here. And then it is the investigation phase. So, new plan.
Yeah.
Well, possibly a new plan for me, but maybe the same plan for you two as before. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Now-
quite happy to.
I'm a bit useless, stuck there, and it's going to be slightly tricky for me to get out
because
this rate.
you're a bit.
because I'm a bit, I'm a bit, definitely. So, because it's a test of 3, and I've got 3.
Okay,
I can't boost myself. I've got nothing to boost myself with.
but Emily's there.
I don't know if Emily's got any cards she could potentially boost with, and I don't know if we want.
Emily could use her tome and give you a +2 to your. What
Yeah.
what does it do? Is it +2
It's
to
a +2 to a skill.
a skill? So she
Yeah.
could give
She-
you +2
Your
intellect
choice.
Yeah.
and go. There's the way out, Roland.
Yeah. yeah. Follow that road there.
So that's an option.
Yeah, that could be a
Big
good
neon
option.
sign.
But
Yeah.
the other option is that Emily, you boost your own intellect because it lasts for the whole phase.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
I
you've got
could hopefully get all
you've got
three.
3 investigative attempts
Yeah,
to get those clues.
that's very true. That's
Shall
probably
I
a better
go
use.
first?
Yeah.
Because what happens with these two might.
Yeah, because if you don't manage to dodge those and you're left in a bit of trouble,
Yeah.
I might need to try and get over
Yeah.
there.
I mean, I should be able to. I mean, I have a card that automatically evades all enemies at my location, but it costs 5. So I won't be playing that.
You could draw 2 and then play it.
Hmm?
Draw 2 supplies, then play it.
I'd get hit twice.
Hit
We're going to have
Yeah.
to kill that
Yes.
wizard fairly soon as well.
Yeah. After saying we weren't going to. So Scott knew best. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and evade this one. I'm 4 versus 2. I'm just going to go with a random draw because I can fix any problems, and we've drawn a -2, so that's fine. So that's evaded.
Excellent.
I will activate my pickpocketing to draw a card. Oh, he had a knife. Stolen a knife from him. Cool. Then I'm going to evade this one, which again is 4 versus 2. It's a cultist. Cultist is -2 and place a. I'm reading. I can't see the card. -2 and place a doom on the
-2,
nearest.
place a doom on the nearest enemy.
These are the nearest enemies. So I'm going to put them on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, but then that's evaded. And then I've got 1 action left. Oh, so these should be back here. Now they don't have Hunter, so I could now move away. I don't know whether I want to. I think my role in this is to just run around and evade the monsters.
Yeah, and then we come in and finish it.
Yeah, to stop them doing anything. So I am actually going to take a resource. Done. It's my 3 actions done.
Right, how are we going to kill something?
Well, shall we see if I can...
Have you got a
Yeah.
knife? You've got your knife.
not in play.
Yeah, but you could play your knife, move here and stab one of them.
Yeah, it's the move in there bit that worries me.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because I need to take the test.
And you can't
But-
boost it.
And I can't boost it myself.
I can boost it for you,
Yeah.
but I can play that one. Fearless.
That's the wrong one, isn't it?
I thought it was head.
It's
No,
intellect,
it's intellect. It's the
Oh.
not willpower.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got plenty of the head
Oh, well,
ones.
then I
that
can
would be
do.
no
I can give you
problem.
2 then.
Ah, okay, excellent. Well, shall I try and move first because I won't have any penalties because they're both exhausted.
Yeah. Okay, so
So-
Roland's going next. Your first action is to move, but you need to do a test of 3.
Yeah.
You're boosting the test with 2,
Yeah.
so you're at +2.
Plus 2. A little bit better luck than the last time, please.
Don't tempt fate.
-2.
Yes,
Yeah.
done it.
Just
You
about.
found the
He
way out of the
stumbled
woods.
and banged his head, but he's
Yeah.
found his way through.
2
I
actions
gave you a
left.
book.
Right, yes. So,
Play the knife, maybe.
I can. I
'Cause
can
they, they've got.
They've got 2
Ah.
wounds, haven't they?
Forgot. They've got +1 evade. They've got +1 fight and +1 evade.
Yeah.
Did I still do it?
It was the tablet, which was. No, it was the guy. It was
the
-2.
So I don't think I did it.
What were you at?
I was at +2.
Ah,
Yeah, it's fine. I'll just play this card.
so it's actually 3.
Yeah. So yeah. So apologies. I forgot. All enemies have +1 fight and +1 evade. So I failed against the second one. So I would have had to pay 1 resource, play lucky. That goes to my discard pile, and I draw another card. There you go. Right. Okay. Fixed.
So, I reckon.
They've got a fight of 3.
Can you take him out without using the knife?
Well, they've got 2 wounds, haven't they?
Yeah.
So I can either attack twice, or I can take the knife out and throw it. And then if I throw it, that'll give me +2, which will almost certainly make me do it, and it deals +1
Yeah.
damage, so I can take one of them out,
I think that one.
short of a really terrible draw.
Get rid of the one with the 2 doom on it.
Yeah. So play the knife for 1,
Yeah. And then the third action,
and third action is to throw it.
use the knife, discard the knife. So what are you
So-
at? You're at plus.
I've got 4, 5 from the beat cop,
Oh, right. Yeah.
6, 7.
7 against 3. So you're at
Okay.
+4.
Should be enough.
Should be enough unless you draw. That's okay.
Got worried there initially.
What's that? -3 and
-3. If there's a monster enemy at your location, take
There
1
is.
damage.
so you take a
I
damage.
can take damage, that's fine.
You cut yourself on your knife.
Okay,
Did, yeah.
but you dealt 2 damage to this, which means that is gone. So we get rid of the doom.
Unfortunately, there's no clues for me, is there?
The knife is discarded, and that is your go done. There you go. Right, over to you two.
Right.
Clue finding
yeah.
devices.
As that went pretty well, I think I'll sit here and get some clues.
Yep.
So let's.
3
let's see.
actions.
So I've got a willpower of 5, and we've got a difficulty of.
Shroud value is 2, so you're at +3. So first token is a -1, so that's a success.
Excellent.
There you go, have a clue.
Attempt number 2.
So tablet is a -3,
-3.
which is still okay. And if there was a monster there, you'd take a damage.
Okay.
So that goes back in, you get another clue.
I've got 7 cards, that's fine. Let's go for it again. Oh, that doesn't look so good.
-X.
Next, some monster enemies in play.
There is 1 monster in play.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
done. Third clue found.
That's how you do it, guys.
That's how you do it. You're just wandering around the woods. Right. So you're using your
Well,
special
that's on that
ability
one,
to
so it's
activate
+2,
that.
So
you're
it's 7.
So you're at 7 against 3.
3.
So you've got a net +4 for each of these tests. There's a 0. That's 1.
That's 1.
That's a,
Oh,
what is it? Plus,
draw 1 card for each tome I have.
oh, nice. And it's a +0, is it?
Yes.
Right, okay.
That's 2.
That's 2 clues. -1.
3.
-1.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. 3 clues. 3 done.
Look at that.
How many have we got?
I've got 4.
I've got 8 now.
We've got 8 in total, so we only need 4 more.
That was a
Yeah.
good round.
It was a good round. We had the right people at the right locations, which was good. Right, so we're all done. Enemy phase. Do we have any hunters in play? No. So this readies and engages with one of us two. It doesn't have a prey ability. Should we have it engage with me
Yeah,
so that I can
and
then
you
just
can dodge it.
I'll just dodge it. So the enemies do not attack, and then the upkeep phase, everything readies. We all stand up, and we all get a resource and a card. Aha, Leo de Luca. There we go. Carl's got to go. Thank you very much, Carl, for joining in. You can find out later on how we did. I don't want to say it's going really well, because that'll jinx it. Check hand size. We're all okay. Next round, Mythos phase. 1 doom on here. So how much doom is now in play? Just 2.
2.
So we're okay. Right, bad cards. Let's see what we've got.
It's a ghoul
It's
minion.
another ghoul minion. So that spawns with you.
Okay.
And I have drawn Rotting Remains. Ugh. Oh, thankfully, my willpower is 4. And if I fail, I take horror, which... So I'm currently at +1.
We're in the same location, aren't we?
We are in the same
I
location.
can boost with a +2, and I get to draw a card if it passes.
I think I'm okay. I think we should save that, because all that's going to happen is I'm going to take horror.
I have got 2 of those cards, so it's not a. But
Oh,
I'm,
do you
I'm
want-
Happy, I'm happy to save them. I
Yeah,
don't know how
I
often willpower comes up, but.
The thing is, I'm on 7 horror.
Yeah, it's
Even
fine.
if I take
Yeah.
3 horror, it's not going to kill me at this stage. I'll be a gibbering wreck later on. Right, can you pass me the bag? So I'm at I'm at +1 at the moment. Actually, I am going to spend a resource to make it a +2 using my dig deep. Yeah. So I'm at +2. There you go.
Hey,
-2.
Well spent.
Yeah. Job done. Saw a dead thing. Didn't get scared.
Test.
Uh-oh.
Test agility. For each point you fail by, take 1 damage.
Grabby hands.
Well, that's not too bad. I can handle
What's your
the
agility?
damage. I mean, 2. That bit's bad.
Okay.
But
Well, I have unexpected courage.
yeah.
So
Should we,
what are you at the moment?
I'm at -1.
You're at -1. So
already.
I'll play this.
Yeah.
So you're at +1.
Excellent. I've got nothing I can back it up with myself.
Okay.
Let's see how we get on.
Yep. That I believe is just. Oh no, we've got 2 monsters in play now.
Yeah.
So it's -2.
So it's -2. So you failed by 1.
Yeah.
So it's 1 damage.
1 damage. No,
That's all right.
That's not too bad.
Pop the skull back in.
Oh yeah.
I've got to do the same thing.
More grabby hands. So that's 3 ghoul minions we've had and 3 grasping hands we've had. Oh, the game of Marvel we had last week, we did something slightly wrong. I'll tell you about it later on.
Yeah.
I'm going to boost it by just 1. So I'm at 3. So I'm at 0.
3 versus 3. Daisy's in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it didn't matter how much you boosted it by. So that's treated as a result of 0. So you take 3 damage because you failed by 3.
Oh my
That's
god,
nasty.
Yeah.
that's bad.
Yeah.
You failed by the maximum amount possible.
Perhaps you need to head down to the woods and do some
Or
healing.
I've got some first aid, so end in the same space as me, and I might be able to help.
Yeah. Or as you say, yeah, go here and
But
heal.
with the monster.
Well, someone can come.
It's
along
just a
and do
wizard. It's just a wizard. Right, so that's the Mythos phase done. So we add a Doom to here. And it might be time to go and sort him out.
I think so.
Although, I've got this one. But I'm just going to evade this one and run away. So, it's our go. So shall I go first? And I'll do some evadey stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds good.
So first action is evade. So I'm 4 versus 3. I will spend a resource to boost my agility. So I'm 5 versus 3.
Actually, I'm going to allocate that to my beat pop. Sorry.
That's a fail, isn't it?
That's the tablet, it's -3.
And if there's a
And if
monster...
there's a monster,
take a
at
damage?
your location, yeah.
Okay, so it failed, but it doesn't have...
Have you got your special where you can redraw a
Oh,
token?
yeah. When you reveal a chaos token, choose and discard a card from your hand. Cancel the chaos token and return it to the bag. Limit once per test or ability. Yeah, you're right. So I am going to discard a knife to put that in. Thank you very much for that.
Anytime. I don't want to have to fight it myself.
And we've drawn.
-2.
Right, so that's evaded. Exhaust the pickpocketing to draw a card. Nice. Right, that was my first action done. So what's the plan? Am I going to move here and then evade that one?
Has he got retaliate?
It does.
Does. I mean,
So yeah, if I go there and evade it,
yeah.
it's then exhausted.
Yeah. Or, I mean, I could potentially just go down there and wallop him.
But then if you
Myself.
miss,
What is it? A damage? What does he deal? 1 damage?
One damage.
yeah, it's just a
just
little
damage.
blow.
Just-
It's just a
I
blow.
can take damage. I've got.
But what else am I going to do?
Well, that's true, I suppose, unless you go up there and do the same to him.
Yeah, no, that's an unknown location.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. No, that's a
Scared.
good
I'm
point.
just a little girl.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move down here. Second action. That engages with me. Little girl taking on all of these. And then I'm going to evade this. So again, I'm 4 versus 3, so I'm at +1. I will spend a resource to make it +2.
Ah,
Didn't work.
didn't work.
So I didn't... Oh yeah, I can do my thing again. Shall I get rid of the other knife?
I'd say so. They're not much use for you, are they?
Hmm.
No, not really.
Well, I do have overpower as well, but I can use that to help somebody else. So I'm going to get rid of the knife, put the tentacle in, and see what we get. Oh yeah, keep forgetting. Put the evaded enemy there.
Isn't it?
It's at the main path,
that
that's
main
where it
path,
was.
Yes.
That one is.
Thank you, Scott. I kept forgetting that last time. And we have drawn
Ah,
-5,
that's-
and
-5.
if there was an ancient one in play,
Ancient
draw
one.
another token. Right, so I still failed,
Damn.
and I lost a card in doing so. But that's fine.
and he retaliates.
No, retaliate is only if you attack.
Attack. Right. Okay.
The keyword which means that they fight back on a failed evasion attempt is not in this set.
Right. I think you told me this last
It's
time. actually.
alert, I think. Yeah, that appeared in like set 3 or something. Right, I am done. Partially successful turn.
Yep. Right.
I'll go next. I'm going to try and dodge the ghoul to death.
Dodge
So
the ghoul to death.
I can use blinding light,
Okay.
which costs me 1, and that will be
Blinding
a
light is an evade attempt.
evade with willpower. He's got 3.
3.
I have 5. I'm
So
going
you're
to
at
give
plus
myself
2.
another 1 just to try and help things
You're at
along.
plus 3. Oh, if you succeed, deal 2 damage to the enemy.
Yes.
Oh, literally, you are going to dodge it to death
Yes.
Yeah.
I meant what I said.
using your blinding light spell. Cool.
As long as I don't get worse.
Oh, so this is just a one-off spell rather than something with charges.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Ah, it's -5. And if you drew a that, or that, which you did,
Something.
lose 1 action this turn and take 1 horror.
Okay, well, the
That's-
horror is going to damage him.
That's the disadvantage with casting spells, you see, because you're tapping into the dark arts.
So he takes a damage from the horror.
Yep. Ouch.
Right, so I've only got 1 action left.
I want to stick a token on.
Yeah, this is the problem with the -5 in the deck.
Yeah, that's a real. Well, it's almost like another miss, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to be okay from getting hit by that?
Yeah, I mean, it's 1 damage, so.
It's 1 damage and
not
1 horror.
terribly worried.
Oh, and that 1 horror will kill it.
I can only do that once per phase.
Once per phase.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're currently in the investigation phase.
Yep,
When it hits you, it will be the enemy phase.
yep. But I still have an action left, and if I do anything with that action, it's going to wallop me again.
You can pass.
I might have to.
Yeah, you don't have to use all of your actions.
Can I use these without triggering it?
Yes. I believe so. I believe fast actions or free triggered abilities do not cause an attack of opportunity.
Is it worth trying to evade it normally?
Well, 3 against 3.
Oh, it's worth it because there's no penalty for failure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I
Well,
was gonna
unless you
say.
draw
Oh,
the
yeah.
tablet. If you
Yeah.
draw the tablet, it's 1 damage. Free triggered abilities may be played during any player window.
But then if I evade it, it won't hit me and I can't kill it.
Yeah, you
Oh, with
want it to
the-
hit you
Oh,
Yeah.
right, okay.
because then it will die. I'm pretty sure fast actions don't provoke an attack of opportunity
Okay.
because you can get out the
Let's
switchblade.
do my first action. I didn't get a spell anyway, so.
Okay.
Because they're not an action, so
Fast is a keyword ability. A fast card does not cost an action to be played and is not played using the play action. Yeah, we'll say that. Scott will correct me if I'm wrong.
So I will pass my 3rd action and not do anything.
Okay. Done. You're still in the old woods.
Yeah,
You're,
it was
you're still,
very ineffective turn.
still at the old house.
Lost 1 action and passed 1.
But you are going to kill it.
Yep.
Okay. Right. I should probably go down that way and try and kill
This one?
this one.
Yes.
I think.
Yep, definitely. It has 5 fight. He's pretty tough, this Wizard of the Order. He's like a ninja.
5 fight.
Yeah. 5's. Yeah.
It's pretty tasty, isn't it?
Yeah, he's obviously got, ninja training.
Yeah. Yeah. And some. You got any thing you can back me
Yes,
up with this way?
I have overpower in hand, so I can give you a +2
Ah,
if you
well,
come
that
down
sounds
this way.
good then. Right, so I will go
First action to move.
to move. And then I reckon second action to attack. So I'm 5.
Now it's currently on me. So if you miss, you'll hit me
Right.
and it will retaliate against you.
You can take the damage though, can't
Yeah,
you?
yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying.
You're not going to miss, are you?
Yeah, I'm not going to miss, no. You've seen my drawing, haven't you? Right, so
So Scott says it's not fast actions, ! Fast and free triggered ability. Right, so it's not a fast action.
Right.
So it's a free triggered ability. Okay, but does that... Scott Rutherford says fast doesn't cost an action, so no AOO. Other Scott says they're not fast actions. It's a free triggered ability, but I'm assuming it doesn't provoke an attack of
it
opportunity.
says fast and free triggered are different.
Yes. So that is a free triggered ability, not a fast action,
Right,
and I don't think that provokes an attack of opportunity.
excellent. Right, so I'm going to hit him. Are you going to back me up with the 2?
Go on then.
Am I worth throwing in a 1 as well? To make
Well,
it
what
3?
are you at?
I'm at 5.
5 naturally.
Yeah, 4 from him, 1 from the beat cop.
Plus the 2 from my overpower is
Yeah.
7.
And I'm in against 5.
So you're at plus 2.
Yeah. If as I'm going to hit you, this is a pretty
Yeah.
useless card for me anyway.
Yeah, okay.
So-
Is that a plus 1?
Plus 1 fist.
Yeah, okay. So you're at plus 3.
Plus 3.
This is only going to deal it 1 damage as well,
I've got a card to use, a vicious blow.
which can be used afterwards.
If this skill test is successful,
And you've
during
got to use
attack-
that during.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Before okay,
Yeah, very
Yes.
little can be played afterwards.
I will go with that then.
So you use that fist instead of that one?
No, is that?
That's a fist. It's a skill card.
That's right.
Yeah.
Of course it is. Yeah. Sorry. So yeah, I will use that to boost. So
Yeah.
now I'm at plus 3 still. Probably not worth boosting to plus 4, is it?
No, because there isn't a minus
There isn't a
4
minus
in there.
4. It's either minus 5 or
It's-
minus
yeah.
3, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah. Or a miss completely,
Yeah,
which isn't going to happen. Minus 2.
got it. So because you used your vicious blow,
Yeah.
it's 2 damage instead of 1.
Instead of 1.
So
Yeah.
smash. Wizard of the Order is no more. Take your doom with you. There you go. All done?
That was only my second one.
That was your second one.
wasn't it? Yeah.
You got 1 action left. Do you want to do this?
I've only taken 1 of each damage.
Or do you want to move back?
I reckon move back.
Okay, move back,
Yeah.
lie down.
Well, I was thinking about going down there and healing a bit.
Okay.
'Cause I've got 3 and I've only got 5.
It is only once per turn,
Yeah,
but yeah, you could
I
go
mean-
1, 2 and heal.
yeah.
I've also,
But Roland's got first aid kit.
yeah, so you could finish yourself on my space,
Draw a couple of cards.
draw a couple of cards,
And
and
then
I'll
get
spend a
healed
couple
by
of turns
Roland next
healing
turn.
you.
That'll be next time though.
Yeah, it'll be next time, and it will take out, because it's actions, so it will take out my turn. So I
How
suppose
many
it
health are you
depends.
on?
I've got 5
Yeah.
and I've got 3
3.
damage.
Okay, so if a bad card comes out that deals you 2
I
damage.
get another 3 damage like I
Okay.
did
Then
last.
you're in trouble.
Yeah. So 2. Oh, you've got to make a
I've
check to
gotta-
move out of here.
Yeah,
Are you doing your?
I can do that.
Yeah.
Oops,
So what are you at?
Thank
Plus
you.
4.
So I've got 5, 6, 7, and that's
3.
3.
Yeah. So plus
So
4 to
4.
try and find a way out of the woods. Paul, draw a card for overpower. Thank you.
alright.
Yes. I get a free card.
So 1, 2,
And then heal 1 damage or heal 1 horror.
1 damage.
Okay. And we are done. That is the end of the investigation phase. Enemy phase. So that hits you
Yeah.
for 1 and 1.
And then I kill it.
And because you took a horror, you deal a damage to it. That's that gone. Nothing else acts. Then we have the upkeep phase, so everything resets. So that readies and engages with Roland. We all stand up, and we all get a card and a resource. Aha! Now I've drawn it. I can probably kill that cultist up there by sneak attacking it. Okay. Upkeep phase is done. Mythos phase next round. 1 doom on the agenda. This is good. We've slowed it down a lot.
Mhm.
Bad cards.
Don't be another enemy. Okay, place 1 doom on the current agenda. Sorry about that, guys. I revealed some ancient evils.
Okay.
blimey.
So Scott's saying the difference between a fast ability and a free triggered ability is fast things can only be played on your turn. So they don't count as actions, but they can only be done on your turn.
Mhm.
Free triggered abilities can be played literally whenever.
Right.
Or whenever there's a player window, which is like loads of times. Right. Done. Ancient Evils.
Yeah.
I did forget to mention Ancient Evils is in this set. So there's 3 cards in this deck which will advance this.
Okay.
And that's one of them gone already. The other 2 are in
Let's
here.
not- Yeah.
Mysterious Chanting. Place 2 doom on the nearest cultist. It's alright, we're going to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Done.
I get an acolyte. Spawn any empty location.
There's only 1 empty location. Doesn't come into play with a doom on it, does it? Yes. Did we forget to put a doom on that?
I reckon we might have, you know.
I think we did.
Mm.
So, hang on. Let's just go back a bit. That should have come into play with 1.
Yeah.
So you drew Ancient Evils, which put 1 on there.
Mm-hmm. That'd be
Ancient
4.
Evils can cause the agenda to advance, but it doesn't because
That
it's
was
at
only
4.
Yeah.
Then I drew the Mysterious Chanting, which puts 2 doom on there. Then you drew that, which puts 1 on there. Okay, so yeah, we did forget to put the doom on the cultists. Oh, sorry, on the acolytes when they come in. Right, so that's going to advance unless we get rid of both of those. Okay? Or Emily draws an Ancient Evils. It's not
Frozen
Ancient
in
Evils.
fear.
Ooh.
The first time you perform one of the following actions, move,
Don't know why I'm
fight,
waving at the
or
camera.
evade, each round it costs 1 additional action.
Yeah. And then at the end of your turn you
Turn
get a chance to get rid of it.
Intellect.
Evening, Graham.
No.
Thank you for joining us.
Willpower.
Right.
Well, I've got plenty that can boost willpower, so if you can end in the same space as me.
So, end of the Mythos phase. There is no Wizard of the Order in play anymore. So, we need a new plan for this turn.
We do. Are we going to try and take everything out to stop the agenda advancing?
Well, we've got to go there anyway.
Yeah.
To start getting the clues.
To start, there's 4
Hopefully
clues
they'll
there.
be there.
They're quite easy to take out, aren't they?
The question is, do we waste our time in going back here to kill that, or do we just let this agenda advance and just leave that there for the rest of the game? Because the action to go there, the action to fight it, then the action to move away.
I mean, if
Well,
Andy
plus
can
you've got a
fight it, it's
test.
only 1 extra action, isn't it?
I can't.
You can't.
Okay.
He's not
No.
got a shrivelling.
And, no, I mean I need to play some cards this round. I've been
Yeah.
doing searching and stuff and
Right.
losing turns. I need a
So-
consolidation.
Oh, I should have readied my card. Shall I go first and try and evade it? So move, it engages with me and
Don't
then
forget,
evade
I've
it.
got a ghoul on me.
Oh yeah, where are you?
Hit.
Okay. Are you going to be able to
Can you
deal with that?
kill it?
I mean, I can, but I've got nothing to give me more damage.
I can kill that.
I can throw a stick of dynamite in an adjacent location. It'd be a massive waste.
It'd be a waste, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
How much health has the acolyte got?
Yeah, just 1.
Right, I can kill that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if I go first,
Yep.
I'll move here. As my second action, I'm going to engage this. Oh no, it's not going to work.
No.
No, because I need to engage it as my second action and then evade it as my third action and then play sneak attack as my fourth action. But it's fine. I'll take it on so that it's out of your way.
Right.
Then I'm going to evade it. It still has +1 evade, so I'm 4 versus 3. I'm going to spend a resource to boost it by 1. So I'm 5 versus 3, and I'm going to get rid of Dig Deep because I've got the better version of Dig Deep in play for another 1. So I am 6 versus 3. So I'm at +3. +3 seems safer
Yeah.
because of the tablet. Done. So that's evaded. So that goes back there. And I exhaust my pickpocketing to draw a card. Okay. Done. Move, engage, evade.
Right. So shall I take my turn next? And
Yeah,
head on up
I
that way.
think so.
So.
So you move up there. So
1.
the acolyte engages with you.
Yeah.
And we reveal it is Tangled Thicket. There are 4 clues. But this location is investigated using fight instead of intellect. Because it's a tangled thicket, you've got to, force your way through all of the...
Good job I'm up there then.
Yeah.
The right man for the job.
Right. So 4 clues on that location there. And you are there. Right.
Excellent.
2
So,
actions left.
obviously I'll fight him.
Him?
Ian. And so he's got 4 because the +1
4,
still
yeah.
in play. I'm at 5. I'll probably discard the medical text to make it.
So you're a
6.
+1, you're a +2.
Yeah, I think that was where it had to stay. Probably.
Okay, +2. Andrew Mason is here. He says it beats washing the dishes. That is true, but you could do both at once.
High praise indeed.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
Much of a compliment.
0.
Done. Dead. The acolyte has been killed. 1 swift punch to the head.
And I get a clue.
Oh yeah, because of your special ability.
Good
Yeah.
work.
Nice.
Um,
Very nice. You got an action left?
yeah, test a clue. Test for a clue.
Investigate.
That's
Yeah.
the one I'm looking
Yeah.
for, yeah.
5 versus 2.
2. Not bad.
Yeah, because you got the beat cop to help you
Yeah,
move the thickets out of the way.
yeah, like it. It's done well for me so far.
It's a good card to have in your opening hand.
Yeah,
I think.
definitely. -2.
Yep, you get a clue. So we need 2 more clues. and we're there. Right, who's going next?
I'll go next. Just going to be some consolidation. I will play scrying for 1.
Yep. Comes into play with 3 charges.
Yep, let's put some charges on it. I will use it to have a look at.
Oh, what can you do? You can look at
the
top 3 cards
top
of an
3
investigator
encounter
deck
deck.
or the encounter deck.
Put them back in any order.
Do we all get to see them, or is that secret?
Just you.
We might as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. What have we got coming at us then?
Well, there's an Ancient
Is it
Evils and a Ravenous Ghoul.
So I guess we will want this one allocated to Alan, probably, unless you fancy dodging it. But then,
Does it have a spawn location or anything? Or
No, it does have prey, but you're right. If you put that as the second card,
yeah,
I will draw it.
yeah. Third card, I'll draw it.
Yeah,
You will already have that one on you, won't you?
I will. That's fine.
That
I'll
problem?
just keep evading. I'll just keep running around and.
So I mean, next time we're triggering the that card, no matter what, aren't we? With that,
Unless we go there and kill that.
well, we're
Yeah,
getting
but we're getting an
ancient
ancient
evils,
evil.
so it's going to happen anyway.
yeah.
Because this is going to be an extra.
But it'll happen before we draw the cards. What's going to happen is in the
Right.
Mythos phase, we'll
Yeah,
put
yeah.
one Doom on it,
Yeah.
This is
it
gonna
will
be an extra
advance,
one.
Yeah.
and then Ancient Evils will happen, and the next one will advance.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
But
It's not. Yeah. it's
Yeah.
Just one.
Just, yeah.
So, which
Okay.
one of you wants the ghoul?
I'm happy to take it on, and I'll just keep running away from it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
It's got
so-
3 damage, isn't it? So it's quite tricky to kill, as I haven't
Yeah.
got a weapon out yet.
The thing is, this card,
Which one?
Where-
Mysterious
Do we
Chanting.
have any nearby
That one.
cultists? So that's
So
gonna be
that
nearest
is the problem.
cultist
That's
no
going to
matter
end up with
what.
3 on it. So I think we're going to have to go there next turn and get rid of it.
Can we put that one so it comes out first,
Yeah,
and then Mysterious Evil, so that then triggers the.
it's going to trigger anyway
Oh, yeah,
before
it's
these
gonna
cards.
happen anyway.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that cultist is going to end up with three
Yeah,
Doom
so
on
we're
it.
going to have to
Right.
kill that.
Oh, so it
cultist.
actually doesn't matter because
No.
all the Doom's going to go.
Yeah, that's what. Can we?
Yeah.
Can we?
I see what
arrange
you
it
mean.
So
Yeah,
all the
okay,
Doom
so
goes, is
cult-
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh no,
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 we can't.
No, we can't.
We're going to have. Yeah, we're going to have.
It's going to advance before any of the cards come out.
Yeah,
Oh,
so that'll
okay.
advance, and then we'll have
So
2
we
doom on him.
we're going to
and
have to kill
1
him.
doom on there. So yeah, we're going to have to kill him.
We're going to have to kill him.
So,
yeah.
yeah, it doesn't matter which word it is.
No.
Unless Emily can take that out, which I'm guessing she can't. No.
So we'll do that.
Okay,
Yeah. So you're getting the
I
ghoul.
can't
I am getting the
get
ghoul.
Right. Yeah.
Cool. Nicholas is here. Hello, Nicholas. Thank you for joining in. What have we got?
Right, I have a third action. I will.
So are you getting the monster?
Yes.
So could be dynamite territory. If you dodge out the way and
I'll
bait
play
them
the
move.
Holy Rosary, which is +1 willpower. That's my 3 actions, and then I'm going to use this one to search for a spell, which I have found.
Okay.
That's me done.
You draw it and then you shuffle your deck.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Daisy.
Daisy. I'm going to play Hyper Awareness
Mm-hmm.
in case I need to dodge in the future. And
Heal yourself again, or
I will heal myself again.
Yeah, because that's once per turn. And then move here.
If I move, it costs me an extra
Oh, because you're
go
frozen in
because
fear.
of my frozen in fear. So I was wondering if I should just take a card.
Take a card
yeah.
and then just
and then test and,
yeah, and then test to try and
hopefully
get rid of it. Don't forget you've got your tome as well,
I
which you've not
will
used. Yeah.
spend the tome giving me extra for my frozen in fear.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So I'm at 5 and it is a 3. And I'll put my fearless towards it, which is nice and ironic. Fearless frozen.
Yeah.
So 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Yes, and draw a card.
Yes, and draw a card.
So the frozen in fear gets discarded.
Yeah.
And then
You are no longer
deal
frozen in fear
And I heal a
with a
horror
for that.
for that as well.
because.
Because of the fearless.
Oh, if you succeed,
If you succeed,
heal a horror.
you heal a horror.
That's not bad. You heal a couple of damage in a horror.
Nice.
Right. We're all done.
Done.
Enemy phase. No enemies attack us. Again, which is good. Things ready. So that readies and engages with me. Cards ready. We get a resource and a card. Oh, I've got my amulet. Nice. Check hand size. We're all okay?
Yep.
None of us have drawn either of our weaknesses yet. It's going to happen at some point,
Yeah.
but we've been quite lucky with the cards we've drawn. Next round, Mythos phase. So that goes on there. There is now 5 Doom in play. So the agenda, unfortunately, advances. A dark presence approaches, and you are assaulted by invisible pressures that bring you to your knees. A terrible force threatens to invade your mind and soul. Your throat clenches and your eyes water as the sensation burns through you. In player order, each investigator must test willpower 6. Each investigator who fails must search the collection. Right, my collection is in the other room. For a random basic madness weakness and add it to their hand.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll do the tests first, and then I'll need to go and take my microphone off, and I'll go and have to look for my collection. Yeah, we actually search my collection of cards for a random basic weakness. So, willpower of 6.
That's
I can
frustrating.
use more than one card, can't I?
You can use as many as you want.
Yeah, I'm going to give myself 3.
Other players at your location can use 1 each. So what are you at?
I'm now at 8.
8 versus 6.
9.
9.
Which should be enough.
So you're at plus 3.
Yeah.
And it was 6.
6. You're at 9.
Oh, no.
Yep, so you're okay. I'm probably not okay.
No.
I mean, I can get up to 6 by spending resources. Oh, actually, I can get to plus 3 as well. But that would mean losing my amulet. And I've never actually used my amulet yet in this campaign.
Disappointed.
You may play the topmost event in your discard pile as if it was in your hand. So basically, every event card in here, I can use more than once. Do I have any event cards? Yeah, I've got lucky. It means I'll be able to use it again. So I could just take this madness. I think I might. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. So I'm at -2 already. And oh look, I failed. Right, so I need to go and get a card. Do you want to do your tests while I go and get the card?
Yeah. Go on then.
So I'll just take this microphone off.
Right. So it's value 6.
6, yeah.
6. I've
What
got
are you
3. I could use one of my guts cards
Oh, to give you 2.
to give me 2 to take me up to 5.
Is it worth it? Or just
Well, I've got-
accept the weakness.
Yeah. I've got 2 of those guts cards.
Accept the weakness.
I could take it up to an even 0 if I use my dodge as well, but send 2 away to the
Yeah,
just
just
one weakness.
accept the weakness, I think.
I'm not happy about it, but I think you're probably right. If I draw a 0, I'm going to be unhappy. Ah.
Oh,
There
minus
we are.
5.
Does that do anything extra?
If there's an ancient one enemy, there
no,
isn't.
there
So
isn't. Okay. So I need a weakness as well. There you
I
go,
will
mate.
probably need one as well because I'm at -3 and there is no way I can do anything about that.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
You're definitely going to need one. Excellent. So that's 3 weaknesses. I still can't decide how well we're doing. In 1 minute I think we're on top.
I don't think we're doing too great
No,
anymore. It's gone downhill the last couple of
We've
turns.
taken a long time to advance.
We're not currently close to
first.
death, though.
No, that is true,
I feel like that's still sort of
Yeah.
positive.
but I'm not sure how many.
We've been zipping through the doom markers a bit too
Yeah,
quickly.
that's my
Yeah.
worry. Right, not the clue markers.
I have returned.
And
So who failed?
Me and
Me
Emily.
as well.
So, right, okay.
Or Roland and Daisy.
So I'm just going to make sure I only use ones from the core set rather than any from any other expansions.
Couldn't find the right book to help.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shuffle these up, draw one, and if it doesn't say madness, draw a different one.
Okay.
It does say madness.
So does mine.
It says haunted.
Doesn't say madness.
Curse.
Okay, draw a different one.
That's it.
Yeah, right.
Ooh.
And we add it to our hand.
That's
Now,
harsh.
yeah, mine is, I think it kicks in straight away.
Yeah.
I'm assuming so.
I assume so. Mine is paranoia, discard all of your resources.
Yeah, that's mine as well.
I only had 2 resources, so that's not too bad.
Mine
Not
is
too bad at all.
hypochondria. Add to your threat area. Forced. After you take 1 or more damage, take 1 direct horror. 2 actions to discard hypochondria.
Okay, you're scared.
Oh.
Scared of blood. Is that what it is?
It seems
Is it
Scared of being
scared of blood or
unwell.
something?
yeah, he seems to be washing his hands of blood. Yeah, something like that.
Graham's saying if the ritual succeeds, he's going to get an Uber to Pulse. Right, cool. Right, okay. So that was the Will of Mordhoth. We are now on Agenda 3, which is the last card in the pile. The world begins to shift and change as the ritual nears its conclusion. The air grows chilly and the entire forest is covered in a layer of rime. What's rime? Anyway.
It's not going to say grime.
No, the entire forest is covered in a layer of it, whatever it is.
Right.
The trees bend unnaturally and their shadows lengthen into weird shapes. Right, forced. When this agenda advances, and it only needs 5 doom on it,
Mm-hmm.
if we are in Act 1, which we are,
Mm-hmm.
put the set-aside ritual site into play and spawn the set-aside Mordhoth there. If we're at Act 2 or 3, discard all enemies at the ritual site and spawn the set-aside Mordhoth. So this is the ritual.
Right.
Okay, so in other scenarios, when the last agenda advances, it's normally game over.
Yeah.
In this one, I think this advancing means that the ritual is complete. So obviously we want to stop it happening, but it isn't game over if we do.
Okay.
I assume. It might be. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Right, we're still on Act 1A. So, what was that? That was
That
was Step 2. Step 3, we all get a card.
Oh yeah.
And we know what these cards are.
Yeah.
So 2 doom on the nearest cultist.
Well, we don't know mine.
No, that's true. Done. Mine is... It's a ravenous ghoul. Okay, now this has a prey ability, but prey only kicks in if it's a tie. Yeah, prey is a secondary tiebreaker, right? And then yours is Ancient Evils,
Yep.
which is 1 doom on there. Oh dear.
Mm.
Oh dear, dear, dear. Yeah, we've got to get rid of that cultist, haven't we?
Oh, it's a peril.
I'll go kill him.
Rime is like freezing water. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And John says rime is hail.
Hmm.
Okay, and Scott says he's in Cambridge. There we go.
I take 2 horror.
Taking one for the team again.
2 this time.
2. Wow. Right, it's our go. This is quite critical now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Um,
I could go first and take the last
Yeah.
2 clues.
And then we'd
And
have
then
the
we
right number,
advance.
wouldn't we?
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You do that.
The only
Right.
the only question is obviously, do you want me to throw my dynamite in here at any point? And if so,
It would get rid of these 2.
yeah.
I can take the 3 damage.
Yeah. Maybe do your clues first, so we can see
yeah,
what's
and
happening.
see what happens.
Actually, yeah, that's probably a
yeah,
good
that's
thing.
fine. I was basically checking Paul to take the 3 damage.
I can take the 3 damage.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm testing strength.
Strength versus
Yes,
2.
strength.
This is 2.
And yours is
okay.
5, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not
perfect.
worth boosting really, is
Nope.
it? So I've got 3 goes, he says.
Mhm.
Ben's here. Thank you for joining in, Ben.
Oh.
That's -3, and if there is a monster at your location, you take a damage.
Which there isn't.
Awesome. So that's 1 clue gone. And he's getting ready to spend.
Don't
Yeah.
assume.
-2.
Yes!
Yes.
Right, so after your second action,
Yeah.
we have 12 clues. We spend those 12 clues as a group. I say we, I've not got any. I've just been running away from monsters. Okay, we advance this act. Scattered throughout the forest, you've seen glyphs and arcane sigils in various places, etched into the bark of trees, carved upon the faces of stones, and dripped in blood upon the ground. Though you cannot decipher these glyphs, you notice that most of them tend to face south. Following these signs leads you, by twists and turns, toward a cave in the darkest and coldest part of the forest. As you advance, shadowy figures emerge from the trees, blocking the only path to the cave. Okay, so we put the set-aside ritual site into play, if it isn't already in play. So we have a ritual site here, which is connected to... What's it connected to?
That one.
Just that one?
Looks like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, just that one. Okay, right. Let's get another little... In fact, it's south. So I'm going to move it here. I'm going to just shuffle around things. There you go. So that is there. Right. Search the collection for each enemy recorded in your campaign log under cultists who got away. Now, I've already done that because I knew it was coming. These are the 4 cultists that got away last time. Okay.
Including the big nasty one.
Spawn them at the main path.
Ah,
How?
dynamite time.
Dynamite time. I didn't want to say anything,
No.
but I knew this was coming. So these all spawn here.
Yeah, along with the others.
Hello. So they're all on me.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm only a girl. Now this says spawn at... Yeah, no, they're spawned. I've been told where to spawn them, so that overrides any spawn abilities. Plus, those things are not in play. Right. Awesome. And we're done. Right, that's Act 1B done. So Act 2, Into the Darkness. The remaining cultists have followed you into the woods to try and stop you, and now they block the path to your objective, which is here. Is that the right way up? No, should have been that way up. Shouldn't have seen what was on the other side. It's a cave. They stand ominously beneath the overhanging trees, silent sentinels in the night. You must defeat them or sneak past if you are to gain access to the site of their ritual. Brackets, or blow them up with dynamite. Okay, so we have a new objective. The objective is enter the ritual site. As soon as we move to that location,
Yeah.
we advance this agenda.
Right.
Okay.
That's all we need to do. Somebody moves there.
100%.
But getting there
Problematic.
is a problem because these are all in the way.
Not for long.
So, anyone got any ideas what I should do for my final turn?
Throw the dynamite. Do you
Right.
have 5 resources?
I do.
Yeah.
I've been saving them. For
This is
precise
almost
moment.
yeah.
It's lucky you
Oh,
didn't
that's a
get that
grenade.
car.
That's a
Right,
grenade.
That's a grenade, but I know what I'm going at. That's the one. Thank you, Paul. 5. Deal 3 damage to each enemy and to each investigator at a chosen location.
Right. Well, I'll take my damage first. 1, 2,
I haven't told you I'm throwing it there.
3.
Drop it at your feet.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go through them one by one. The Masked Hunter.
He's got like millions of health, hasn't he?
No. Oh, he's got 4.
4 for each player, is it?
Oh,
Or something
plus
like
2
that?
health per investigator.
That's
Right,
it.
so he's taken 3 damage. Yeah, that was the big boss, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Mm.
he's not getting killed anytime soon.
Peter Warren. He was the guy working at the university who was secretly a cultist.
Ah.
Professor of the occult. He's been reading strange books that can relate to cannibalism. Maybe he knows something we don't. We didn't find him at all, did we?
No, I don't think
Anyway,
he did.
he's dead now.
He's pretty tough for a professor. 3 wounds.
And he has a. Oh, we've got a victory display.
Yeah.
You can't see this off camera, but I have my computer keyboard, and we're using it as a victory display. Right, Wolfman Drew has got 4 health. A long-time patient in Arkham Asylum, so he's nearly dead. Victoria Devereaux is dead because she's got 3 health, and she's got a victory point on her as well. All of that XP that we're going to get at the end of this scenario.
Yeah,
Mm.
that'll be really useful. Yeah.
The Ravenous Ghoul is dead, and the Ghoul Minion is dead. Right, nice. So I've just got these 2 on me. Wolfman Drew is almost dead. The Masked Hunter
It's
He
not.
is
It's a long way
not
from dead.
not dead, not dead at all. And that is your third action,
It
I
was
believe.
indeed. Pretty successful turn, I'd
It
say.
was.
Well played.
Now, if I go next, I could just run away from these,
Yeah.
and then other people can run down here.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
It's a real shame I don't have any resources, because I've got stuff
Loads
I
of
could
cards.
do. Yeah, but I can't play anything
Yeah.
without provoking an attack of opportunity.
I can go kill that thing.
Oh,
probably.
things no longer have +1 fight
Or evade.
or
Oh, yeah,
evade,
'cause that was on
because the chanting has stopped. That's
Yeah.
what was.
Even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you can pass me the bag, I'm going to try and evade Wolfman Drew first. I am at 4 versus 2, and I can't. Oh no, I can boost it. Do I want to boost it? I'm so low on resources. I don't think I'm ever going to play this.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to
Getting 5 seems unlikely.
no, I'm going to play this one. It's got 1 on it, so I'm at +3. Yeah, +3 to evade Wolfman Drew.
Number of monsters in
Monsters.
play.
So that's none, isn't it?
Humanoid. Yeah,
Humanoid.
minus none.
Humanoid.
Right, okay. So that's evaded. So that goes back
Here.
here. Let's move this around a bit. Yeah. And I can exhaust the pickpocketing to draw a card. Ooh. Right, useful. And then I'm going to try and evade the Masked Hunter. And I am going to use that card to boost it. So again, I'm at +3. Yep. So that's evaded as well. Shall I
Run there yourself.
Shall I go to the ritual site? Or
Yeah.
is it dangerous to go to the ritual site with only 1 action left?
I mean, you've still got 2 players left who can get in there, 2 turns to get in there.
I'm going to play emergency cash
Yeah.
and draw and get 3 resources, because that then allows me to do other stuff.
Yeah.
Right, I am done.
Right.
Let's read the chat, see what we've got.
And are you going to kill that one?
I'm going to try.
Uh,
I'll move here.
This is tense.
One.
Yes, it is tense. Good time to fix the other connectors.
Then I'm going to play Blinding Light, which is a another dodge to kill, but using willpower, of which I have 6, against his agility of 2.
So don't draw the -5.
Oh, we've got to. So Mike's saying we've got to fix some more connectors.
Ooh.
Oh.
What do we have to fix? Oh, that's connected to that one.
Oh, is that the -5?
Yes. No, that's a -3.
That's fine then.
If there is a monster enemy at your location, is it a monster?
No,
No.
it's a humanoid and a cultist.
Right,
No,
he's been
humanoids.
dodged and killed. But
Nice.
I took.
Oh yes.
Oh, and I lose an action, I think, for that. Is that an action symbol?
Yeah, it's any of the bad symbols. Is that all of the things fixed?
So I don't get a third action.
Yeah, basically they were connected together, which I
Oh,
forgot
right, okay.
forgot to do. Thank you very much, Mike. Oh,
But I will use my arcane initiate. And not get a spell.
okay. And you're done.
Yep.
So Daisy, do you want to go
Shall I
here on
run
your
down
own?
there?
I mean, we're not. Well,
Go for it.
I'm not sure whether you should.
no.
I mean, there's a cave with a ritual going on inside. There's bound to be things in there.
Yeah.
Probably die.
And,
I would probably come here.
and you can heal yourself again on this card, can't you? Still on your.
Oh, you're still there.
Should I go there though? If there's
Can you kill them? Have a bit of a stab at one of them or something?
Oh, yeah, there is
That's
bad
fine.
people there, isn't there? What's their prey? Most clues,
Which
so
is
that's
nothing.
Nothing, and nothing.
Doesn't have one, so I could take them both on.
Right. Okay. That's fine. So yeah, I think I'd definitely.
might get some resources.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
So
Do
first
have a
action, get
knife.
resources. Second action,
Get a knife out.
get a knife out. Third action, move or heal a horror. Or
I could heal another damage.
another damage.
That gives you 6 horror left and 5 damage left. doesn't
Yeah,
it?
Okay.
that might be a good
Yeah.
idea.
So you've
Yeah.
just stayed in the glade and healed up for 3 turns. Nice. Right. Enemy phase. I believe the only enemies in play are those two,
Yeah.
and they are both exhausted. So upkeep phase. these ready, and I'm going to take them on.
I do have a dodge card in hand. If
Okay. Still missing one connector. Tangled to winding.
Tangled is over here. To winding.
Oh, yeah.
good job, some people are
Gonna
paying
need a
attention,
few
isn't it?
more.
Yeah, there we go. I think we're all done now. I think we are connected. How you play it without these connectors?
Yeah.
I mean, I have, and it was just a nightmare. Although remembering to put the connectors on is the next thing we need to do. Right. We're done. Upkeep phase. We all stand up. We all get a card. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's that 3 XP card that I bought. Awesome. And a resource.
That's useless.
Right. Mythos phase. 1 doom on there. The agenda does not advance. And now we get some cards.
Test willpower.
Does any doom go on the people?
Nope.
No, because
Okay.
no cultists left.
Oh, it's alright then.
Well, these are both cultists,
Oh, yeah, of
but
course
they're
they are,
not
but they're not
the Wizard of the Order.
Okay.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, it was the wizard.
Okay, I think I'm going to have to go in with just +1.
Okay.
Oh, that's not good.
Scott's saying the 3rd symbol where enemy is on.
It's -2. Place a doom on the nearest enemy.
The
Um,
weird
The
looking.
3rd symbol where Emily is on, question mark.
I'm
still
on
missing.
here. That one?
Yeah, it's a funny kind of.
I
I
don't
can't
think
see
that's
that
in play.
anywhere else.
It's not, is it?
Don't think so.
No. No. That icon there, the
Yeah.
3rd one there, is not in play. That'll be for one of the other
One of
ones.
the other cards, isn't it?
Yeah, it's for that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're doing? We're putting a
Um,
doom on something.
yep, a doom on the nearest enemy.
Yep.
And I failed by 1, so I can take 1 damage and 1 horror.
1 damage and 1 horror.
Yeah, it's fine.
Gosh.
I'm not worried.
Okay.
I could discard a card, but I don't want to.
Okay. My card. Frozen in fear. Well, I'm not surprised with these two on me. So I can't
That's
move,
annoying.
fight, or evade.
That's
Well, I can, but the first time I do it, it costs 2 actions instead of 1.
Right.
Okay. Your card?
Yes. So it is. I get dissonant voices. Put dissonant voices into play in your threat area. You cannot play assets or events. At the end of the round, discard.
Yeah. So for this round, no assets or events.
That's kind of okay.
I've got to place a doom on
what?
the current agenda.
Oh no, that's not.
Oh,
This
that's not what we
effect
wanted.
can cause the agenda
Yeah.
to advance.
Okay. Right. Investigation phase. Shall I go first and
Dodge.
try and do
Number
stuff
1.
here?
Can you? So you?
Oh, I got 3
Oh,
actions.
you got 3 actions. Yeah, that's
3 actions.
Yeah.
So first action, which uses 2 actions
Yeah.
to dodge Wolfman Drew.
Do you want to? Do you reckon go for him first, or do you reckon you want to make sure you dodge this guy, because we could potentially kill this one, couldn't we?
I see what you mean. Okay.
Whereas
yeah.
This guy ain't going down.
Yeah. So I'm 4 versus 2. I will spend a resource to boost it. So I'm 5 versus 2. Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on.
Ooh.
I have another card. This is a card that they've actually nerfed with the new taboo list because it is very good. Elusive. It's an event. Fast. Play only during your turn. Disengage from each enemy with you and move to a revealed location with no enemies. Okay, that's not a revealed location.
Right.
But, yeah, I could disengage from these and run away.
But that wouldn't evade them.
No.
And they'd still be there.
They'd still be there and they'd hit the next person coming
Yeah,
through.
they'd be
So,
blocking the
yeah,
path,
don't want to
wouldn't
do that. So let's go back and spend the resource. Got excited then for a minute. So 5 versus 2.
Skull.
Is
Minus
minus
X. X is the number of monster enemies in play.
None.
So none.
Done. So evaded. Draw a card with pickpocketing. Okay. Useless. because I don't think there's going to be any more investigating from now on.
I have one of those.
I've still got my flashlight though. Right, so I've only got one action left, so I'll use it to evade Wolfman Drew, and again I'll boost it by 1, so 5 versus 2.
Ah.
That's a bad one, isn't
That's
it?
the -5
Use your
one.
special.
Yeah,
Yeah.
discard the useless card.
Yeah.
Thank you for keep reminding me of my special ability.
That's not an ancient one, is it?
No, the ancient one is not out yet.
Okay.
That's what the ritual is for.
Shield.
Tablet,
-3.
-3.
If there is a monster enemy at your location, take 1 damage.
So I was at +3,
Yeah.
was I?
Yes.
5 versus
Yeah,
2.
yeah,
Yeah, I was at
plus
+3,
five,
so
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
done.
You're done.
Okay, so those are now back here,
Evaded.
evaded. And then I get to test willpower at the end of my turn to try and get rid of the frozen in fear. And I will spend a resource because my dig deep allows me to boost my willpower. So I'm 5 versus 3. Got any cards I want to throw away? No, that's fine. 5 versus 3. Oops.
Nope. 0.
It's a 0. So I have successfully gotten rid of the frozen in fear. Right. That's my go done. Right, let's read the chat, see what we've missed. Whoever wants to have their go next.
Can anyone kill that thing? Only got 1 damage left.
I mean, I can. So I can move there.
If we don't kill it,
Kill
the
it.
agenda's going to advance.
Yeah. Which I'll have to do. I'm a bit worried about my hypochondria. I kind of want to get rid of it before we end up going down there, but
Yeah.
And yes, Fog Mike is saying, because I was engaged with those enemies,
Yeah.
other people could have just walked there and walked past.
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah, of
and
course.
that would have been fine.
Yeah, of course, because you were actually engaged.
Yeah.
But hey ho.
Well, we wanted to make sure you could deal with them anyway,
Yeah.
didn't we? Before.
So I reckon I'll move into here.
Yeah, killing Fog Mike, don't kill Fog Mike, Fog Mike's helping us. Killing Wolfman Drew,
Pretty.
if you
essential.
could, it gets the Doom out of the way, which means the
Yeah.
agenda won't advance,
We need that.
unless there's an Ancient Evils in there. I'm going to do a bit of card counting, because I think there's 3 Ancient Evils in the deck.
So what he has got an attack of 4.
They've all gone.
Okay.
Pretty
Fine.
sure there's only 3.
How many
Basic
cards we got left there?
5.
4.
Just.
I don't suppose you've got any fist boosting
Yes.
cards, have you?
I've got a leather coat that I don't need.
Oh, that might be. So that can boost it to give me +2.
This is a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm currently on 5. He's on 4.
Okay. I've given you the 1.
I'm +2. I could put the guard dog in there, but I kind of want to keep that.
You might
That
need
ready.
that later.
Yeah, and I don't
Send
want
the
to throw.
guard dog against the big monster.
I don't want to throw my machete in. -1. Fine.
good.
So he's gone.
So that's dead.
Yep.
It's worth a victory point. And that's another Doom gone.
That's what, 2 actions done?
2 actions done.
Move and stab.
Unfortunately, I need 2 actions to discard my hypochondria.
Okay.
I can't play any assets or events.
Take a resource.
Go charging into the ritual site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we reckon a resource?
I think a resource.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a bit low.
Okay. Right. So Daisy and Agnes left. What do you two want to do?
Well, I'll go first. I'm going to gain 3 resources from an emergency cache. And then I'm going to attempt to move down here and join
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys.
You've got to find a way out, haven't you?
So that's
Intellect-
willpower, is it?
intellect
No,
3.
Intellect 3. Ooh, okay.
You're not very smart, are you?
No, I've got an intellect of 2, but I'm going to boost it up to 4.
Okay. So 4 versus 3.
3.
Yeah, plus 1.
That's a 0.
I think that's a 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So you got
There's
out.
a number of monster enemies in play,
Right.
which is 0.
So that's 2 actions done.
Yeah.
I
The
think
cave. Run to the cave.
I want to use my
Come on,
scrying.
Yeah. To look at.
Look at the top 3 cards that are coming up there.
Okay.
Right. Oh, we got 2 monsters and an agility check.
I can take the agility check.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's only a 3.
Yeah, we are avoiding the ritual site because nobody wants to go there as our last action.
I'm going to take the agility check as it's a 3, and we got 2 monsters that need dodging.
Okay. Well,
You take one, I take one.
Which way around would you like them to go?
Is that one with 4 health?
it's a big one.
Yeah.
It's a Yithian observer. So we now know which type of cultists we're fighting against. It's the agents of Yog-Sothoth. Yeah.
Any preference you can?
Let's have a look.
I'll take the big one to lock it down because you can punch the acolyte and get rid of it.
Yeah.
Whereas the
that way
Yithian
round.
observer is a bit trickier.
Yeah.
So they can go back.
Okay.
That's 3 actions done, and then I will search for a spell.
What did you say in that? If I can get my machete, oh no, because he'll hit me before
Yeah.
I get my machete in play, won't he? So.
And I did not find a spell.
Okay. You're drawn to the flame, not a spell. No, it's an insight.
I wonder if I've got any spells left.
Right. Daisy, your
Must
last.
have 1 in here.
You got a shriveling still.
Oh, I got my weakness one. as
Is
well.
that a spell?
It is, yeah.
Oh yeah, we had this last time,
Is
didn't
that
we?
and shriveling is the only
Yeah.
2 I've got left in here now.
Okay.
Move for 1.
Yeah. Did you want to heal a horror before you left?
Yeah. So that's 1, 2.
Heal a horror, move,
Move 2.
and
And.
card or a resource.
And. I could stab it.
Or attack something.
Yeah, you could. I'd probably save your knife. We're never going to kill him, are we? So, I mean, how many health's he got actually? He's got 10, hasn't he?
12.
Yeah, 12. Yeah, no.
12,
Yeah.
and he's taken
I'd
3
not
damage.
gonna-
Don't
Yeah.
think it's worth killing him.
No.
No.
Yeah, I'll take
I'll
a
just
card
pick
or
up a card.
resource.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right, and we're all done.
Oh.
So, enemy phase, there are no enemies that are ready. Upkeep phase, everything resets. This unexhausts and engages with the player with the most clues.
Nobody.
Okay, so we can choose who it goes to, and if we say it goes to me, because then I can just keep dodging him. Everybody gets a card and a resource. Right, abandoned and alone.
Oh.
I have drawn my card. Take 2 direct horror and remove all cards in your discard pile from the game. Boom. Right.
Drew me flashlight. Excellent.
Got mine as well.
Yeah, we're good.
It's really helpful.
2
Yeah.
direct horror. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Mythos phase. 1 doom on the agenda. Not enough for it to
We need
advance.
to get there now, don't we?
And now we all get cards. So you get yours, which you know what it is.
Yep. Agility test. I'll give myself a boost of 1.
I get the Yithian Observer, which is bad. Look at it. Ooh.
Yeah, it's a nasty thing that is.
It is.
Okay, I got a -1, and that evens out my 1. So there we go.
No damage?
No damage.
Okay.
I get to discard dissonant voices as well.
Oh yeah, that should have gone. Yep.
And I get an acolyte.
With a doom on it.
Yes.
Okay. Encounter deck is empty.
Oh, it's a monster.
You've got a Yithian Observer as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah,
Preys on the fewest cards in hand.
But that's only a tie break. If you draw the card, it's on you. The prey comes in if it was to spawn at your location.
okay.
Those things are pretty tough.
Yeah, these 2 are the specific monsters for the agents of Yog-Sothoth. Does Abandon and Alone discard itself? I always assumed not. Yeah, it probably doesn't actually.
I thought it did, didn't it?
Well, no, you take 2 direct horror, remove all cards in your discard pile from the game,
And then you discard
and
it, yeah.
then you discard it.
Ah,
Yeah, that
Yes.
makes sense to me.
Right. Okay. Okay. So it's not looking so good now
No.
because we've not got to the ritual site and we've got all these big monsters on us. But I'm no longer frozen in fear. You're no longer got dissonant voices.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It is the investigation phase. So, who doesn't have an enemy engaged with them at the moment?
Me.
Do you want to move to the ritual site first,
Yeah.
and then we can
And then we can see.
see
happens.
what the state of play is?
Yep, let's do that.
Right. So, action 1, Agnes
Briefly
moves to the
charge
ritual
forward.
site. Okay. We do need some investigation. There are 8 clues here.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It has a shroud value of 3. The sigils on the wall begin to flicker in and out of focus, and the air grows heavy with the smell of death. This is a cave, and the forced effect is, at the end of the round, if there are fewer than 2 clues per investigator on this site, we add clues to it until it has 2 clues per investigator.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
So we have to investigate them in one fell swoop.
Well, we don't know why we need the clues,
That's true.
but now because somebody has entered the ritual site, we advance the act. When you enter the cave, the air grows cold and your nostrils are assaulted by the pungent smell of blood and rot. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until 1 enemy is discarded, or 2 enemies if there are 3 or more players in the game. So if you carry on discarding cards until 2 enemies, and then we spawn each of those enemies here. There you go. So there's an acolyte there, which immediately engages with you.
Another acolyte.
And another acolyte. So nice. 2 acolytes.
But both with the doom on.
Both with a doom on. Who are chanting away, trying to do the ritual. Done. Right. Act 3A. Disrupting the ritual. The site of the cult's ritual is inside a large cavern in a dark corner of the woods. In the centre of the chamber is a candlelit circle marked by rocks and arcane runes. So as an action, spend 1 clue, then test either willpower 3 or agility 3. If you succeed, place 1 clue on this act. Okay, so you have to have one of these clues.
Yeah.
You then spend a clue as an action, do a test, and if you're successful, that clue effectively goes on this act.
Right.
And the objective is, if there are 2 clues per investigator, if there are 8 clues on here,
Wow. That's not going to happen.
No.
we advance that.
Right.
So this is disrupting the ritual. This is trying to stop the ritual from happening.
Right.
This is the actual ritual
About to happen.
about to
So
happen.
there is absolutely no point attempting to disrupt the ritual at this stage because it's going to happen. So
Just gonna let the
consolidate
world
and
know.
smack as many people down as we can.
Okay. Let the ritual happen and see what.
I don't think we've got much choice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
No,
either that or
there's-
run
Well,
away.
unless
Yeah, there's a resign,
we
isn't there?
resign
Nah.
before it happens. Does that mean it still happens?
That's not much fun.
I think it'll still happen. And
Yeah.
I think we've run away. And
Yeah.
We started right.
Okay, so you've got 1 action left?
I got 2 actions.
2
left.
actions left.
We might still
Yeah.
have time to leave the country.
So I will. If I do an action, do they both? hit
They
me?
both hit you.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I don't really want both of them to hit me. I wouldn't mind one of them hitting me.
You can try and evade it, or you can try and punch it.
Yep.
How's your attacking skill? Not great, but
Not great, and neither is my evading skill particularly. But I'll give the evading lark a go. I will attempt to evade the first acolyte, and I will bump myself up by 1.
yes, we have 4 doom in play at the moment. So the ritual finishes at the start of the next turn.
So I have a +2. Okay.
Done it?
Yep. So this
You
one is
were
evaded.
fighting it, were you? Oh, you were
I
evading
evaded.
it. Right, okay. So that goes back here.
Yep. Then I will play an emergency cash.
So that hits you.
Yep. And I will. Oh no, he doesn't do horror damage. does he? I thought he did.
No,
Oops.
he's not scary.
Let's undo that one. Maybe I want to dodge again. Maybe not.
Is your dodging better than your
My
fighting?
dodging is better than my fighting by 1.
And it's got 1 less agility than it has fight.
Yeah. Let's fight it anyway.
Okay.
Let's not be
You've
a
got
coward.
this.
Yeah.
Have you got anything else to boost your fight? No.
Not really.
So you're 2 versus 3, so you're at -1.
Mm.
Ooh!
+1 for each horror. I've smacked his
Awesome!
face in.
The perfect tile draw. There you go. Doesn't happen very often. Okay.
There's an empty hole where his face used to be.
Yeah. Because you're very, very scared. You channeled all of that dark energy. Done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. We'll get to go. I think I just need to evade these.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do my spell search. While you
Yeah,
carry
just
on.
just so other people don't. So the problem is I am using resources faster than I'm actually gaining them. That is the problem. But I'm going to try and evade the masked hunter first. So I'm 4 versus 2, and I.
Do you want some help?
Oh, we're all there, aren't we?
Yeah.
I'm very little help, but
Are you evading? Yeah. No,
I am.
because I've got a manual dexterity.
Oh right,
That
yeah.
would give you +2 if that.
Okay, yeah, that helps. So I'll tell you what, I'll evade the Yithian Observer first. So I'm 6 versus 3.
Okay.
Okay, with that card. And if I'm successful, you get to draw a card.
Oh.
So 6 versus 3, I'm at +3. Yes, success. So that goes, and that is evaded there. And I pickpocket it, pickpocket the Yithian Observer, and it had, oh, lucky, which I'll keep, and I might use against this. Second action, I'm going to evade this. I don't need any help for this because I have lucky in hand. So I am 4 versus 2. I'm at +2. Okay,
That's mine.
I say I don't need any help. I failed by 5. But that's fine. I mean, I could use my ability.
Oh yeah, do that.
Yeah, I'm going to get rid of Leo De Luca. It's too late for him now. It needs to come out at the start. Right, so I've used my ability. Yep,
bit better.
done it. So that's evaded as well. And I still have 1 action left. Do I just move? Have either of them got Hunter? That one does, but the other one doesn't.
Yeah.
So actually, if we just move away from here,
Yeah.
that one won't come after us.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move here.
Sounds like a plan.
That's my third action. Right, that is me done. Okay, who wants to go next?
Shall I have a go and see what I can do with Mr. Acolyte?
Yeah.
How many healths you got?
Just the one.
Oh, you might as well have a go at him then.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's another acolyte here. I mean, this is advancing next turn,
Yeah.
isn't it? There's nothing we can do
ritual is
about that.
completed.
The ritual is going to complete.
Do you need any help?
Well, I'm at +2 at the moment.
I can give you 1/5. 1 fight.
1 fight. Go on then, yeah, as I'm engaged
Yeah.
with this one, yeah. -1. Okay, so
Done
he is gone, yeah.
Bosh.
Da-da.
Another acolyte bites the dust.
Yeah.
There's more where that came from.
So,
You've got 2 actions left.
I can move in and hit that.
Yeah.
That's got to be the thing,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Move
Keep-
down here and beat this one
I
up.
keep looking to try and get rid of my hypochondria, but I think it's just going to stay with me, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I can pick up a clue if I kill him.
You can.
For all that good that'll
For all the
do.
good that'll do,
Yeah.
yeah. Right. I will just go with the +2, I think. Hey.
Did it?
Yeah.
Another one dead.
And I'll have
Roland's
two.
just running around and beating up acolytes.
We'd be in trouble without him, I think.
Good.
Yeah. Right. That's Roland done. Daisy,
I'm going to
if you can
evade.
evade that one and then get away,
So
then
I've got-
that's both of the Yithian observers at the main path. Of course, if we decide to run away, we got a problem because
Yes.
We're going
they
straight
are
into
there
it.
waiting for us.
Actually, in all
Yeah.
fairness, we can move in and then resign, can't we? And resign doesn't trigger a...
Resign doesn't trigger an attack of opportunity. Correct.
5.
Good point.
So I'm at 5.
5 versus
3.
3.
Can boost it up with another manual dexterity.
Okay. So
So 7.
7 versus 3. You're at +4. You probably don't need to be at +4. +3 would be
No.
enough. Was there another card that you played?
No.
How did you get the extra 1 then?
Oh, I've got one here. If I
So
spend
spend
a
one
resource.
resource.
Yeah, I
So
wouldn't,
you
I
take
wouldn't
your
bother
resource
spending
back.
that resource because
Yeah.
there's no point being at +4.
No, true.
+3 is fine.
+3.
There you go.
Excellent.
So that is evaded. That
Evaded.
also goes here. And now you are free to move.
2.
Okay, you got an action left. Well, you might as well.
Take a clue.
Well, actually, yeah, if what
Draw
I'm
a
saying is
clue?
correct, that there's no point trying to disrupt the ritual,
No.
then you might as well draw a
Unless
card
we
or
can
take
do
a
anything
resource.
with the
If
clues
we've had
after,
time to
but-
put something there, maybe
I
that
might
will
take a
affect his health when he
resource
appears
just
or
in
something
case
like
the
that.
next
but-
card's a weakness.
Yes. Okay, we're done. Enemy phase.
Okay.
Enemy phase is done. Upkeep phase. These all ready. So next turn, that masked hunter is going to move towards us because he's got hunter. We all reset our cards. We get a card and a resource. And now I've got my backstab.
Well,
Roll.
now I've got my Daisy's tote
Cover
back.
up. That's fine. I don't mind that weakness so much.
Oh, he's come out again, has it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I don't want the one where I'm losing all my cards. So
definitely not.
I finally got the Zealot.
Hey!
Been
So-
waiting 2 missions to try and get it.
Lita
right.
Chandler has finally turned up. Oh, hello. You've been doing all of my hard work for me. Right, Mythos phase. 1 doom on there.
the
Ding.
ritual is complete.
That is it.
That doesn't look good. does it?
No. Revelation. Replace the current act and agenda. All right. With the Devourer below, which is this. This card is the act and the agenda. Objective. If Ordhoth is defeated, resolution 2.
So it defeats him.
Ah, we forgot something.
Ah.
When this agenda advances, if we're at Act 2, which we are,
Mhm.
discard all enemies at the ritual site and spawn the set-aside Ordhoth. Yeah, that's the bit we missed.
Ah.
Right, here is...
It's a shame they weren't at the ritual.
Award
That
Hoth.
wasn't at the ritual site.
and if he's defeated, we get resolution 2.
+4 health per investigator.
So, it has a fight of 5. It is an ancient one. It has 6 health plus 4 per investigator. So actually, for this monster, I'm actually going to put the health on it. So it's got how many? 22?
Yes.
You got some 3s down there.
God, that's 3 damage and 3 horror.
So that's
If you
12.
control Lita Chandler, you can throw her to spare your lives.
So that's
Need to find her
21,
out of the,
22. Right.
Yeah.
So this is the health of the monster. Whenever it attacks, it does 3 physical damage and 3 mental or horror. At the end of each investigator's turn, it readies. So, in other words, you can't really evade it because it just comes back straight
Right.
away.
Oh
It's
my
massive.
God.
Now, massive is a really important keyword. It's basically it's so big. It's always engaged with all of us.
Right.
So we don't engage it individually.
Yeah.
It is everywhere. It's in the room.
It's in the
It's a
room.
massive thing. But Andy's spotted. It has an action on it. If you control Lita Chandler, you can throw Lita Chandler to the creature. The scenario is over and we get resolution 3.
Right.
So here's the 3 ways that this scenario can end.
Well,
We
she
all
did
die.
lie to us, didn't she?
Hmm?
Well, she did lie to us, didn't she?
So yeah, we
She
we
burnt
fight
down my
it.
house.
We fight it.
Yes.
We fight it and we all die. That's one resolution.
Yeah.
Resolution 2, we defeat it.
Mhm.
I think we can exclude that one.
Resolution 3, we throw Lita Chandler to it.
Resolution 4, we're all cowards, run away.
Oh, and resolution 4, we all resign.
Yeah.
So actually, yeah, there are 4 different ways that this scenario can end with what we've got. Lita turned up just in time. Yes. Hello, I'm glad you came. Let me introduce you. So, whose goes it? That was the Mythos phase.
Yes.
We now all get a card.
1 doom on the current agenda.
Yeah, well, yeah, it doesn't matter. this is the perfect card right now because it has no bearing on the game whatsoever. Oh, you got a clue from there, didn't you? We should have replenished it back to 8. Not that this actually does anything at all.
No.
Offer of power. Oh, somebody wants to make a deal with me.
Do the right thing and take the horror.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm going to make a deal with the agents of Yog-Sothoth because I get 2 cards.
Who's he working with, eh?
Yeah.
And the downside is
Get Doom.
I put 2 Doom on the agenda.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like a fan. Perfect card.
Yeah. Have 2 free cards. Thank you very much.
A Mordoth's Wrath. Test willpower. For each point you fail by, you must either choose one. Choose and discard a card from hand or take 1 damage and 1 horror. Right.
We can do this. We can totally do this. How much health has it got? 22? I can deal it 1. No, I can deal it 2.
So, 5 willpower. Anyone fancy helping a fella out?
What are you at?
5.
Excuse me.
Nope.
I could. What's the penalty if you fail?
Basically, choose and discard a card from hand. For each point you fail by, choose and discard a card from hand or take 1 damage and 1 horror. I've got plenty of cards I can discard from hand.
Okay.
So, yeah.
We'll save it. There could be worse things. I think we could do this.
I will boost it to 5, though.
I mean, I've just drawn a whole load of cards. So I'm feeling quite confident.
Yeah, let's just hope I don't get that 5. Hey!
Which is...
+1 for each clue at the location.
And there's 8 clues at the location.
Yeah.
So plus
so
8.
I reckon I'm alright. And I get to draw a card.
Yeah.
See, all the luck's going our way now. We've turned a corner.
Don't say that. I've still got to go.
Deduction. I've literally drawn 3 investigate clues.
Oh, I've got
Yeah.
dissident voices. Dissonant.
So you can't play events or assets this turn.
No.
I haven't drawn a single gun the whole game. I've got loads.
Wow.
In there. I need that shotgun quickly.
You do. Massive enemies are not considered to be engaged with any investigator at their location. Yeah.
Oh, are not considered to be engaged.
Not considered to be engaged with any investigator. Yes.
Ah.
If it's exhausted.
If it's right.
Yeah, but because there's a special ability on this one, it readies at the end of the turn. So
Right.
basically, if I evade it, I've evaded it.
Yeah.
It's not engaged with anybody.
Right.
But then at the end of my turn, it readies again, and suddenly it's engaged with everybody again. So basically, you can't do anything as you would normally be able to do.
And presumably it does an attack of opportunity as per normal.
Yeah, which is 3 and 3. Yeah, it is a big, tough, ancient one, horrible
wish
monster.
I had my machete available.
When an enemy with the massive keyword attacks, resolve its full attack against each investigator it is engaged with, 1 at a time.
Right.
And yeah, if it is exhausted, it is not considered to be engaged with any of the investigators. Right, okay, so are we going to try?
Well, I'll tell you what. You 3 can have a go.
Yeah.
You
Then
convince me that we're close to killing it.
we can throw.
Then we'll
I mean,
carry on.
yeah,
Otherwise, I'm throwing.
You're the lead investigator.
Otherwise, I'm throwing Lita Chandler at it, or running away, perhaps.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to do something.
Yeah, show us what you can do.
I'm going to shine my flashlight in its face and see what that does. No. I mean, yeah, it's got 5 fight. Okay, so
Killing it's going to be tough.
I mean, if that's the backup plan is just to throw Lita at it, then I might as well just do stuff
Yeah.
and see what happens. So I'm going to spend my 3 resources and play Backstab, which is a fight, so it doesn't trigger an attack of opportunity. This attack uses agility instead of fight, so it's 4 instead of 1. Although that's still -1, isn't it? But I'm going to throw in my unexpected courage. So I'm 6 versus 5, so I'm at +1. I might as well throw in another one. So 6 versus 5, another 2, so I'm 8 versus 5. 10 versus 5. There you go. Right, I'm at +5. And if successful, it deals 3 damage. There you go. This is the best I can do, pretty much. I'm basically doing a backstab using all of my remaining energy.
I think it's going to be better than I'm going to get to do.
Yeah.
So I'm at +5. Yeah, done. I'm going to take 3 damage off it. So for those people just tuning in, I'm using this. We're taking the damage off it rather than putting damage on it. Right, that's my first action. Second action. I might just try evading it for a bit of a laugh. Yeah, why not? So second action, I'll try and evade it. I'm at -2. I'll throw those away, so I'm at 0. +1.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
Hey. For all the good it does.
There you go. So it is exhausted. Yeah, I pickpocket it.
Yeah. What do you find on
What's
him?
it got in his pockets? A baseball bat.
Wow, there you go.
It's got a baseball bat. Right.
From the last person who tried to evade.
Yeah, I've got 1 action left. I'll take a resource, and
What's the plan?
then at the
overall?
end of my turn,
We're-
we all do something for fun,
Yeah, then Andy's going to throw
and then
Leech
Andy
into-
throws Lita at it. I
into
think
its jaws.
Okay.
It's
Right.
either that or we can run away.
I am done.
Perhaps you guys can all fight it, and then
As
I'll,
are we. As
I'll
a
run
team,
away
I
and
think.
leave you to face them.
Who else wants to have a go? I've dealt it 3 damage. That's the most I can do, using all of my cards.
Right.
Remember, we are using the pre-constructed starter decks. So you might look at this and think this is stupidly
Yeah.
impossible.
But our
If
decks
you
are
were to
great.
actually construct a really, really good deck,
Yeah,
then
it might be doable.
you'd go for a different resolution.
Right. So if I...
Yeah, Scott's saying, throw Lita to it. She made you burn your house down,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if I
And she
took
lied about it.
Machete out, he would get an attack of opportunity.
which is 3 and 3.
Would that attack everyone?
No,
No.
no,
Okay.
just you.
That's the massive thing doesn't affect.
I believe so. Yeah, it's only in the enemy phase when it attacks.
Right.
It attacks all of us.
Okay. Right.
It's going to get an attack on me when I summon Lita, isn't it?
Yep.
That's okay. I can take 1 hit.
Yep.
Yeah. Sure.
I can deal it
You've
damage
got,
as well.
You've got the resources to play Lita.
Yep.
That was
She
that
costs
was.
nothing.
Oh right, okay.
No. And you can definitely take the hit.
Yep.
Right. So I'll probably use my dodge on the attack of opportunity.
Yep.
I'm assuming that's still okay.
Yep.
And
To play your machete.
play my
So you
machete.
dodge out of the way, get your machete out.
Yeah. And then probably swing wildly and completely miss. But we'll see how it goes.
We'll see.
So.
At this point in the TV series, we're in slow motion
Yeah. Yeah.
with like dramatic music
With
going on
sad
in the
music
background.
going on in the background.
Not
I
yet.
think,
No,
yeah.
the sad music hasn't kicked in yet.
Yeah.
But you
Right.
can see that Lita's just walked in, and you're like grabbing her as we're all
Pulling her
fighting it.
towards it.
So I think I will probably throw my guard dog in to back myself up.
Yep. Rex.
Yeah. So that'll give me
Alright.
+2.
So you're at a net +2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
+3
+3.
because it's a fight test, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. I'll throw my baseball bat in for you.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh.
-2, place 1 doom on the nearest enemy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's the nearest enemy.
Doesn't make any difference.
Done
so
it.
I hit him for 2 damage.
2 damage.
He's the only engaged enemy with me. So
Yes.
it deals +1.
Yeah, it's the only one you've got on. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I'll do that again. But this time it's just a basic of...
Yeah, I can't help you now.
Yeah, no. -1.
Did it?
Yes.
So that's another 2 damage.
Because I've got
Look at
4,
this.
5, 6.
There you go. So that's 15.
Yeah, after we throw everything at it.
So if it says that I can't play assets or events,
Uh-huh.
can I use cards that are assets just for the little
Yes.
symbol?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're not playing.
No,
them
not
as
playing
such.
it.
Yeah.
No. Okay. In that case, I can. I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I can throw it, the knife.
Yep.
For 8.
8 against 5
8 against
is
5.
+3. Minus
If
three.
there is a monster enemy at your location,
It
take
is
1
not
damage.
a monster.
Ah,
Cool.
so
So that's
that
2
does
damage.
Look at that. So it's down to 13. We dealt 9 damage to it.
Ooh.
Nice.
Right then.
We convinced you yet, Andy?
Wow.
I can't do that again.
No.
I've used all of
No.
my cards
Yeah,
to
no,
do that.
yeah.
No, that's it.
Right, I'm going to search from a spell just to see if I get one.
Yeah, but you might get your bad one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's just fine. It just gives me a doom if I don't play it.
Oh, okay.
Or
That's
horror or
fine.
something. Okay.
You're going to play Lita,
I'll
so you
play
get an
Lita.
attack of opportunity from this.
Yep.
So you take 3 physical damage and 3 horror,
Yep. 3 physical damage.
and the horror allows you to.
Deal 1 damage.
There you go. It's down to
Yeah.
12 health. It's not
Yeah,
bad. We
yeah,
deal
one
10,
horror.
10
No.
damage to it in a round.
1 horror.
Oh, me rolling
Yeah,
special with
yeah,
3
right,
cards
yeah.
time,
Then I will gently encourage Lita to
Yeah.
sacrifice herself to save us.
Okay. So you're going to throw Lita to
Push her
Umdorhoff
violently towards.
in order to spare your lives.
Yep.
Okay. Scenario over. We read resolution 3.
I think that counts as a win.
Well,
We'll see.
we will see. We will see. Right, resolution 3.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
In the face of this horror, you don't believe there is anything you can do to stop it. You have but one hope if you are to survive. You turn on Lita and throw her at the terrible monstrosity, watching in dread as its swirling void-like mass consumes her. She cries out in torment as the life is sucked from her body. Umdorhoff, Umdorhoff, the cultists chant. Lita Chandler vanishes without a trace. For a moment, you fear that the creature will now turn on you, but you hear one of the cultists say, Umdorhoff is just a god who claims only the guilty and the dead. Go, and you shall be spared. The swirling mass vanishes, and warmth and light return to the woods. The cultists slink away, leaving you alive. Lita's last moments are forever etched upon your memory. So in the campaign log, we record that the investigators sacrificed Lita Chandler to Umdorhoff. Each investigator suffers 2 physical trauma and 2 mental trauma, as the mere sight of Umdorhoff has taken its toll on their body and mind. So you can actually carry on these characters afterwards.
Oh.
You wouldn't want to.
No.
The guilt over sacrificing Lita forever haunts your memory. Each investigator must search the collection for a random madness weakness and add it to his or her deck. And then we get experience based on what we killed. The investigators have survived, but their actions weigh heavily on their conscience.
Right.
And there you go.
Happy days.
That is the end
Fantastic.
of Night of the Zealot. So,
I think that's a win.
okay,
I'm not feeling too bad about it.
I don't feel too guilty.
that is the most common resolution
Is it?
to this scenario, because it's really, really tough. People watching in the chat, or if you're not watching this live, if you're watching this afterwards, please let me know in the comments. Have you ever been able to defeat it? And if so, how did you do it? Did you use a specific customized deck in order to do it? Or, yeah, what did you use to defeat it?
To be fair, if I'd had better cards, I could have done better.
Yeah.
If I'd managed to get my shrivelling out at
Yeah,
any
exactly.
point in the
Some
game.
shrivelling
So,
and
oh, Leanne's here. Hello, Leanne. Scott is saying if Paul had evaded it first, there would have been no attack of opportunity. Unfortunately, Scott,
yeah.
Umdorhoff has a special ability which says at the end of each investigator's turn, you ready it. So, yeah, even if you do evade it, which I did, it actually readied at the end of my turn. So, yeah, nobody else can do anything with it. But there you go. So, silly question. Did you two enjoy it?
Yes.
Very
I
much.
mean,
so.
I asked you
Very,
this after
very
the
much
first
so.
scenario.
Yeah.
Now you've seen
Yeah.
a full campaign.
I can't wait to get a bit of proper deck building
Yeah,
done.
so both me and Emily have played through Dunwich.
Yeah.
I believe that these scenarios that come with this is really good. I think it's a really good introduction to the campaign,
Yeah.
a really good introduction to the way that the mechanisms work, and each one is different.
Yeah.
Like, we went into that going, oh, we're going to need to investigate, let's get our flashlights out.
Yeah.
But once you've done the first bit of the investigation,
Didn't need
it's
it.
really, yeah.
Wow.
I think I've played this once, and I think I managed to disrupt the ritual.
Right. Oh, okay.
I think I did, and I won't spoil it by showing you what happens,
No.
because if you ever play it
No.
again,
Yeah.
try and do that. Try and get there early, disrupt the ritual, stop it from appearing. That's a very different resolution if you do that. But it's quite hard to do from what I remember. But anyway, what I was saying, yeah. So the other campaigns. So we've got Dunwich, Carcosa, Forgotten Age, Circle Undone. Dream Eaters has just started. The people who have played Dunwich have said, "Oh my god, it is such a massive difference to this."
Yeah.
Not just because it's 8 scenarios instead of 3, but it does things differently. And it does clever things. Using the mechanisms within the game, it does clever things with them. Carcosa, which I've not played yet, apparently takes that a step further.
Right, okay.
So, yeah, this was just a warm-up. This was a teaser. So the one thing that I was going to do, for those people still watching, Lone Jedi's here, haven't beaten it, but interested in going back to retry. Yeah, Lita's ability, if we'd have had Lita in play first...
It only does extra damage to monsters, though.
Oh, it's not a monster.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, it's only monsters, so that wouldn't have helped us. So what I was going to do tonight, while we're here, we're not going to do the deck building tonight. I would suggest we do the deck building offline, because we've got 2 or 3 weeks before we do the next campaign. We need to pick a date.
Yeah.
I will send you the links to Arkham DB, which is a deck construction thing.
Cool.
But there are a few things we need to decide. The first one is, which campaign are we going to do next? Now, I have posted some questions online today, and I'm going to just switch over to Facebook and read some of the answers that we had, just to go through them. Can I take my glasses off and read it? No, I can't, which means I'm going to have to bring my screen round so that I can actually see oops, what's going on. Right, there we go. So let's see what people have said, because there's been a lot of different opinions over what we should do next. And let's just find what people have said, because there were some really good comments. Is it this one? Yes. Right. So Carcosa seems to be the one that most people have said we should do next. The reason for Carcosa and not Dunwich is I've played through Dunwich 3 times.
Yeah.
First time I played it, I got to scenario 4. Then we played it again and got to scenario... No, I think the first time I played it, I got to scenario 3, whatever. Then I played it again and we got to 5. And then I played it again and we got to 7.
Right.
And it ended at 7. So I've seen Dunwich.
Yeah.
And I've got these other 3 sets that need some love. So that's why I'm thinking not that one.
Yeah, pointless making you play that again, I think.
So it was like, do we do Carcosa, or do we do Forgotten Age, or do we do Circle Undone? All 3 of them are valid. Now, a lot of people have said Carcosa.
Because that's technically next.
It's technically the next one after Dunwich.
Okay.
Okay, so there wasn't... Oh, no, there are 11 more comments. Right. Rick votes for Carcosa, because that's what they're doing at the moment. Mark has also played through the whole of Carcosa. Andy Davidson says Carcosa is his favourite cycle, so definitely the one to play. Jeff Sylvester says Carcosa. Scott says Dunwich, but I've said no. So he said Carcosa, while being the best campaign. So Scott says it's the best one of those he's played. There's a significant increase in complexity, and that's where I said you two were both heavy Euro gamers. You'd be fine with complexity, but I don't think he means complexity rules wise. I think he means complexity in, oh wait a minute, how are we going to do this? And because we're not really good at the game, we might not be able to work out the little puzzles. I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with giving it a go.
No.
We could only die.
Exactly. Kirk says, I agree. Oh no, that's the second question. Right. Before I go to the other questions on this group, because I posted it on 2 groups. For those people who don't want to stick around and listen to this, thank you very much for watching. But I am gonna, we might as well do this live while we're chatting. Right? Is it on there? No. Where is it? It's on there. Right. So Nick Smith, who runs the Ludaquist board game cafe in Croydon, avoid Carcosa.
Oh.
Now he's the only person that said that. Everybody else has said do Carcosa next.
Does he,
Yes, Carcosa is a masterpiece. One of the few games, scenarios, campaigns I'd regard as a great narrative art, but it's a masterpiece of introspection because spoilers. And he can't say much more.
Right.
I think it should only be played as a solo game. He thinks the narrative arc doesn't suit a group at all. And he thinks that with video and exposition, this impact would be spoiled further. So he's suggesting Dunwich and Circle Undone would be fine. They're relatively straightforward. But honestly, he'd consider Forgotten Age. Forgotten Age is the most cinematic of the campaign so far. It has the most pulpy and starts off at least as very Indiana Jones. You're wandering through a jungle and you spend equipment points at the start of the campaign and you buy provisions or backpacks or rope or whatever.
That sounds quite cool.
So yeah, that sounds quite cool. And the reason why I switched to that one is Fabio says I would never throw brand new players directly into Forgotten Age
Oh, okay.
without any appropriate workarounds. He found it very tough. If we're fine with tough, then that might be okay. He's loved the Circle Undone, but the scenario length is significantly longer, so I wouldn't recommend it for a live stream. Now, if we started at 7 and did it till for 3 hours, that should be fine.
Yeah.
What time is it now? 20 past 10. So yeah, we were 2 hours for that one. Carcosa will be fine. Great story flow, avoidable length and difficulty level. Yeah. Do you want me to read a little bit about them on BGG to see theme-wise?
Yeah.
Right, because I don't know much about them. Carcosa. Now, there is a game called Carcosa, so it's not that. Here we go. Arkham Horror, The Path to Carcosa. Blurb. Where's the blurb? I'm hoping there is some blurb. Right. I cannot forget Carcosa, where black stars hang in the heavens, where the shadows of men's thoughts lengthen in the afternoon, when the twin suns sink into the lake of Hali, and my mind will bear forever the memory of the pallid mask. Robert W. Chambers, The King in Yellow. So, a new theatre production is coming to Arkham, all the way from Paris. Unsurprisingly, it's been all the rage in conversations among Arkham socialites. But in your efforts to learn more about the play, you've uncovered a darker history. Disappearances, suicides, delusions, insanity. Wherever the King in Yellow is performed, madness follows close behind. Path to Carcosa, the second deluxe expansion for the Arkham Horror card game, it becomes your task to uncover the secrets of this unusual play. The expansion's 2 scenarios kick off the Path to Carcosa with a trip to the Ward Theatre and an invitation to the formal dinner party hosted by cast and crew. But with every answer you gain and every clue you uncover, you only find yourself falling deeper into mystery and madness. So yeah, there's a play in town. We've been invited to a formal dinner, and we can go to the play, and strange things happen. So that's Carcosa. What's the next one? Forgotten Age. So Forgotten Age is. I'll go back to the live chat in a minute. Right, Forgotten Age, a team of investigators embark on a scientific expedition to the rainforests of southern Mexico. 2 new scenarios, each of which can be played as a standalone adventure or the start of a new campaign. Okay, it doesn't say very much other than you're exploring the rainforests in southern Mexico. Yeah. But there's a renowned historian, Alejandro Vela, who discovers a secret, the ruins of an ancient and forgotten Aztec city. So if you like that kind of thing, that might be the one. The Circle Undone, not many people I know have played. I think Mark might have just started this. I'm not sure. Right, Circle Undone is the 4th deluxe expansion. Your team of investigators delve into the mysteries of Arkham's past, uncovering its macabre history and the motives of those who dwell in its shadows. This expansion contains a playable prologue, which is interesting. So before you do the 8 scenarios, there's a prologue. It's like a mini scenario where you get a character but with no deck, and you play this little prologue scenario of the thing that happened before. Okay. So that makes it a little bit different. So yeah, the 4 people have disappeared without a trace from an estate in French Hill. You begin to wonder if this cruel fate is meant only for you or for the entirety of Arkham. So there we go. Now, the chat is saying, right, let's have a look. So Liani's playing and she's currently on Circle Undone, and it's good fun. Tribulation Solo says Carcosa is the best one. Scott says yes, what I said about the complexity is what he meant. Carcosa is a big jump from the base core. Yeah. Liani's suggesting we do a one-shot next. There are one-shot scenarios as well. I'd like to jump into a campaign, I think. Scott Rutherford has just started Carcosa. He's done 2 scenarios. Tribulations is saying best option is to play the things in order. Yeah, but I don't want to play Dunwich yet. Forgotten Age is really tough. And Rick's saying don't spoil the beginning of Carcosa. The story is the best. Don't spoil the beginning of Carcosa. Okay, I don't know how we're going to do that on a live stream.
Because you mean just not read out the text?
I could not read out the text, but I'm assuming people who want to play the game will not watch these live streams. I assume these live streams are being watched by people who
have already
played it.
Or have already looked in.
Yeah. So that therefore they're not seeing any spoilers, is what I assume.
Yeah.
So gut feelings.
I keep leaning more towards Carcosa.
Okay.
And it's the next one in the thing that
After
isn't
Dunwich. What are you leaning towards?
I think that one as well. It seems to have got a lot of popular feedback. So
yeah. Emily?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I'm in two minds. I really don't know. So we'll go with Carcosa.
Yeah.
The next decision to make is what cards do we allow?
Right.
And again, this is another question I asked,
Yeah.
and I got a variety of responses. There's multiple options of what we can use. We can use the core set cards plus the ones from Carcosa and not the ones from Dunwich.
Right.
That's one option. The other option is that we include all of the cards that would have been released before Carcosa. In other words, we use Dunwich as well.
Yeah.
And you might think, well, why not include Dunwich?
Yeah.
And it's because your deck building options are suddenly massive.
Yeah.
Okay? The other option is that we use every single card that I've got in my collection, which means using cards from later sets in this one.
Okay.
So they're the different options that we can use.
I'd be tempted with maybe up to Carcosa.
Yeah, me too, like the chronological.
That's what most people have said.
Yeah, that'd be my
so
we'll, happy medium between a massive.
Yeah. You're getting a bit more.
We'll do that. So we'll use cards from the core set, cards from Dunwich, and cards from Carcosa. I've also got the Return to the Knight of the Zealot and Return to Dunwich, and there was new player cards included in them. Powerful cards, but they cost XP, so we'll use that.
Yeah, cool.
The next question is about Carcosa. Now, what we did when we played Dunwich is we simulated the fact that we bought a pack and then we played that pack. And then when we did the next scenario, we bought that pack. So in other words, when we start Carcosa, do we only allow player cards from the core set of Carcosa and not any of the expansions? And do we unlock the expansion cards as we go? I don't want to do that because the amount of admin that I had to do,
that's what I was thinking.
It was a lot of hassle. Every single time we played, I had to look at the card numbers and do that.
I don't think it'll add much by doing that. It sounds like a lot of work for you.
And the downside was, when we got to Scenario 8, that was the only time we could use the Scenario 8 cards.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll use the whole of Carcosa. Right, decision made. Yeah, most people are saying, and Scott is saying there are so many staple cards included in Dunwich, you're going to disadvantage yourself. And because Carcosa's hard.
Yeah. I don't.
So I'll send you the links to this website. You can go on there. We need to pick investigators.
Yeah.
So we can do that. You can stick with the same colours, but bearing in mind, some of the other investigators don't follow the normal rules. So, for example, in one of the expansions, and I can't remember which one it is, it might be Carcosa, the blue card, which is a Guardian card, is not a fighter at all.
Right. Okay.
It's actually an investigator, but it uses the Guardian cards. So a lot of the characters do mix things up a little bit, and you'll need to look at that. I think we should allow cards from. I think we should allow characters from any set from now to Carcosa.
Yeah.
So you've got the 5 ones to choose from the base game. You've got the 5 ones to choose from Dunwich.
Yeah.
And you've got the 5 to choose from Carcosa. I'll send you the links. The first thing we should do is pick a character each.
Yeah.
Whether we want to stick with our own colours or not. And then after that, we can start building decks. There are plenty of pre-built decks online. I have no problem with you going and getting a net deck and saying, oh, look, give me a good deck for Jenny Barnes, which is what I did. Because I can't build decks to save me life.
I'll give it a go building first, and if I'm like,
I
might do that.
That's the thing.
First.
Because I've only got 1 copy of the entire game, I only have 2 of each card. So we both can't have 2 of these, and you have 2 of them as well.
Right.
Okay. There are certain cards like Flashlight I've got 8 of, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Flashlight, Knife, and all of those. There is also a taboo list. I'm going to look at the taboo list again because the taboo list is kind of like errata.
Yeah.
But the way that they've worded it is, this is a taboo list. You can use it if you want to. It is effectively errata.
Yeah.
But if they issue it as errata, people will be up in arms and say, I want a reprint card, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas what they've done is they've tweaked a couple of things. So Machete has been nerfed a bit. When you speak to people about Machete, they go, oh yeah, it's such a powerful card, you include it in every deck. That's why, you know. And the problem with a card like that is you look at all the other options and you're like, well, I'm not going to bother using them because Machete is just so much better.
Yeah.
So I can see why using the taboo list will mean that you actually have to be a little bit more creative and use cards that, you know, are different from what everybody else is using.
Yeah.
But anyway, we can talk about this offline.
Yeah.
Let's see what's in the chat. So, yeah, Lone Jedi saying limiting to per pack availability is a nightmare of bookkeeping. It was. Scott saying use all the expansion cards from the start. Yeah, all the cards up to the cycle you play or even the cards you own. Yeah, that might be too much. Rick saying all of them, it'll happen naturally as the higher XP cards are related in later myth. Yeah, that's true. Machete has nerfed a lot. Yeah, it basically, well, I don't think it's been nerfed. It just costs 2 XP to buy.
Right.
And it's the same with Elusive. That costs 2 XP to buy as well. Hope somebody plays Duke. Duke is a character, I think you had that. It was Ashcan Pete, wasn't it? Who's got the dog? Wasn't the dog
rubbish.
cool?
It was rubbish.
Well, it's because your dog died.
Complete waste of time.
The dog's great because the dog goes off and it moves you off to a location and investigates.
It got stolen.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing came along and kidnapped it, and that was a scenario where it went really badly, and it got put in the captured pile, and we got the resolution that everything in the captured pile got sacrificed to Yog Sothoth. So yeah, Ashcan Pete lost his dog. Rick's saying that I should be playing Min. I don't know what the other characters are, but there's a character apparently that likes helping people, so that would be me. Rick's playing Min as well. There we go. Right, we are done for tonight. Thank you very much for that.
No, thank you.
We have done this campaign. It's all finished. Thank you very much for everybody who's watching in the chat. Let's just switch back to there. Oh, you can see the back of my computer screen. There we go. Pop back there. Yeah, we're done for tonight. So yes, thank you very much to everybody for joining in. I hope you've enjoyed this video. As I say, this is the last part of the Night of the Zealot campaign, and we will be announcing the date when we're going to start the Carcosa campaign. Be sometime in November. I've got to go to Essen in a couple of weeks, and then we'll sort out a date once we get back. It won't be the week I get back because I think I've got something else on that week, but it might be the week after. But anyway, I'll let you know. I'll give you plenty of advance warning. Thanks everybody. I'll see you next. Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.